girl.
I watch all types of stuff.
You do.
Do you
Have
watch?
you seen this Crime of Passion channel?
I don't think so. No.
Girl, it's good. It's kind of like more of a storytelling, but they show a lot of like the stuff.
Oh, okay, okay.
Which one was you about to say?
Oh, I can't remember the channel. It's like the police videos, like
Oh,
there's
girl, I
body cam
love
footage
them.
of it
Yes,
too.
I love them. Which one? Which one you talking about? Like Law and Crime,
um,
After Hours?
I can't think of his name. I'm
Mm.
not sure, but I can sit there and watch
Okay.
it for hours.
If you find it, send it to me. Text it
Okay.
to me because I love body cam.
Me
Like
too.
sometimes I just like watch body cam. It's like funny.
Yeah. You get to see it like direct. Like well, it was really really sad. I watched this one. It was a girl from Michigan, and they had got like an anonymous call, and the man said, "Oh, there's a body, like a little girl's body in the closet." So the police went out there.
Mhm.
They, I guess she had it was like abandoned or whatever. So the girl who lived there had left. The police looked everywhere, didn't find anything. So then the man called again and said,
Yeah.
"I told y'all there's a body in the closet. We need to go look." So they went the second time and they ended up finding her. So she was maybe, I think she was about 7, but she had the body of like a 4-year-old.
Okay.
And she had, what did she have? I think she had like cerebral palsy or something like that.
Okay.
And the mama boyfriend broke up with her, and he left. So she took her youngest baby and like packed up all their stuff, left the little girl in a stroller, and put her in the closet, and put a whole bunch of stuff on top of her, and just left. So she was
Oh.
by herself for how long was it? Um, Maybe like a couple weeks.
Wow.
And she died of starvation
Oh
and
my
stuff. And it was so
God.
sad.
So the body cam was them going to the house and like discovering her basically, right?
Discovering her, and then like talking to the mom, and the mom was just saying like, "Oh well, I left her with my boyfriend. Then he did something to her." And then they had already talked to the man, and he had a story that checked out, so it really didn't make sense. And then she finally admitted that she just did it because she was tired,
Mm. Tired of lying.
tired of like not having help, I guess, and like not be able to keep a boyfriend because of her daughter.
Girl, that is such a horrible
It
excuse.
is.
Like, no.
Yeah.
That's not acceptable.
It's not. And she didn't even. The police was like, "Oh well, do you want us to, cremate her so you can have a memorial service?" She said no because nobody helped her when the little girl was alive, so nobody get to celebrate her life or something evil like that.
Mm.
It's just so sad.
Wow. Yeah, that's crazy. The things that people say and do is like, really? That was your go-to though? Like
There were so many other options. She didn't even call the police to be like, "Oh, you know what? There's a little girl." She could have called anonymously. It's like, "You know what? There's a little girl who seems to be alone in this apartment," and then she would have at least gotten help and maybe a social worker,
yeah,
whatever.
or
But just to
just
leave
drop
her
her off at
there,
the fire department or
yeah,
something,
the
or
hospital,
a
anywhere.
hospital, neighbor's house, leave her on the porch. I don't know, like anything.
And she had
You still probably
family.
gonna go to jail, but at
Yeah.
least you ain't gonna go to prison for murder, and your daughter's not gonna die.
Right.
And if she grows up and she wants to forgive you, then she'll have the opportunity to. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But wow,
Yep.
some of the decisions that people make is crazy.
It is. And she had family too, and all her family was like, "Oh, well, we haven't seen her in months," and she keeps saying that she's with her dad. But her dad hadn't seen her in a year, so she was kind of just lying to everybody. So it's not like nobody cared about the little girl besides her. Like she had family, she just didn't want their help, which makes it worse.
Yeah. Hey, welcome in from Alabama. Thank you for joining. How's the weather there? We're in Phoenix, Arizona. Yeah, that is crazy. That is crazy work. Like I have 4 kids and I was young, you know? I was like 23 when I had my 4th child. I ain't never think about I'm just going to leave them here. You know? Like if you felt that way, why would you have kids?
And she had more.
Oh, she had more
Yeah,
kids?
she had two more daughters after her.
Wow. And what she do with them? She kept them?
One went with her father. He took full custody of her, and then she kept her youngest daughter and moved to, I think it was like Atlanta or something like that.
Wow. Yeah, that is not cool at all. And why would you do that to that baby? You know?
Yeah.
Well, I'm glad she didn't do it to all of them, but like still, it's still questions, you know?
Yeah. Well, she said she did it to her because she was gonna have to take care of her for the rest of her life. Cause she had this
Oh, because she
cerebral.
had that cerebral palsy.
Yeah.
Okay. Oh, wow. And you know, when you're pregnant, they give you those tests and they tell you if your child's gonna, you know what I mean,
Yeah.
have a disability. And they tell you that like in nick of time, whether like if you want to keep the baby or give them up for adoption or if you want to, you know, have an abortion or
Yeah.
whatever. But I don't know if that's legal anymore, but yeah.
Yeah. She just had many other options that she could have
Yeah,
done.
like just give her the family or give her up for adoption.
And it was so sad.
Ugh.
She basically like starved to death, and she was so decayed that they couldn't really like tell like what had happened to her.
Wow.
And the autopsy report, the coroner said that the last thing that she ate was a plastic bag, and the only reason that they knew is
Oh.
because it was in the shape of her stomach.
Oh,
That is
wow.
sad, yeah.
Yeah. Wow.
I think she got life.
Oh, she deserves it.
Yeah.
She deserves it. Because that is horrible.
Right. Oh, do you remember? I think it was maybe like 2 years ago where um the ex girlfriend was stalking the new girlfriend, and she went to her apartment
And stabbed her?
and stabbed her. Yeah, I
Yep.
saw the footage from that one the other day.
I saw that too.
Yeah.
And the boyfriend didn't know.
Mm-hmm.
He the one that found the girlfriend though, right?
Yeah.
And that was in Miami, I think.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that was crazy. Um, and she had been stalking her and everything for a while. But the craziest part was she planned it out. She flew out there because she wasn't even from that city.
Right.
Flew out there, did that, and then flew back home.
Mm-hmm.
Like, ugh, it's scary.
It is. And my mom was saying about, because she likes to watch these too. So you're talking about like you did this over a man, and now you're about to go to jail, and he's gonna move on. So you threw away your whole
Yeah,
life.
because he already had moved on. So,
Yeah.
what you really think he's gonna do?
Right. You ruined your whole life. You took somebody else's life, messed up her family's life, all over jealousy.
Yes, all over that. We are doing Miracle Nuts. What kind of girl is it? Burmese.
Yeah.
Burmese water curly Miracle Nuts today. Yeah, that one was crazy. Did you see they put the body cam out for this other one where the the it was a guy who was killed, but he was at his girlfriend's house and he was sleeping and the girl had an ex-girlfriend that was crazy. And the gate at her apartments let the girl in and she bust through the door and she shot him while he was sleeping.
I didn't see that one.
Yeah, it was crazy. Yeah, and the crazier part is that they had a picture of the girl at the gate where she wasn't allowed there.
Mm-hmm.
And the security guards still let her in.
Oh, probably because she had been there before. I wonder if like his family tried to sue the security people.
They did. They
Oh, they
sued
did.
them
Okay.
and they sued them and they got a lot of money.
Yeah.
Like, yeah, for negligence. Yep. Yeah, it was pretty crazy.
I just don't understand. With all these people in the world, you can go date
You
anybody.
can go date anybody. But these people, they be delusional for that one person sometimes. Yeah.
Nothing is worth your freedom
Mm-mm.
in your life.
It's not, for real.
Do you like to watch the Sovereign Citizen ones on the videos?
I watched watched the body cams.
Okay, those are funny.
They are funny because they be so serious.
Yeah.
Like, are you for real right now? Are you for real? So you
I
don't
think
think you
it's
need a
pretty
driver's
good.
license out here?
Yeah. I don't
Especially in
know.
Florida.
Yeah,
It's always in Florida,
Florida,
it seems like.
I don't know. Yeah, I don't know what it is.
It's like, girl, what? I'm not driving, I'm
I'm
traveling.
traveling. Yeah. And they just come up with anything. They're like, oh, I'm a citizen of Morocco. You don't even know where Morocco is.
Okay, you don't. Like, stop it. I'm not driving, I'm traveling.
And like, I've never seen one though. They were able to get away with whatever they need to
Nope,
do. Not one.
not one. Not one. And 9 times out of 10, if they have a passenger with them, they going in too.
Yeah. Oh, I've seen this one where it was a man coming back from Mexico trying to cross the border. Now,
Mhm.
it's a border, right? You're not allowed to just come
Mhm.
in and out without identifying yourself. That's number
Right.
one. And
Right.
he's like, well, I'm just gonna drive through. Oh, you just making more problems.
Right. Okay, sir. You're gonna just drive through here and you're just gonna go to jail.
Yeah.
And you're gonna be stuck in this other country or wherever you're coming from. Mexico.
And it just didn't make sense. He's like, well, why are you questioning me? I'm not a citizen of the U.S. I don't do. What did they say? I'm not contracting business with the country.
Mhm.
Whatever
Mhm.
they say.
Yeah. I'm just traveling through. What? But you got Florida license plate.
Yeah. I'm like, who convinced you to? What was her name? I want to say her name was like Shabazz something. I think it was in like Michigan or Indiana, somewhere up there. But
Mhm.
she had a fake passport, fake registration, a fake ID, fake plates, everything from the Republic of Morocco. And I'm
Mhm.
like, who sold this to you? And how much did they make off of you?
Right. Right. And you thought it was real?
Yeah. And just never questioned it.
Right. That's the funny part. He literally never questioned it. Hmm. Well, I'm like, and then they're quoting like the laws and stuff, like
Yeah.
that really means something. The officers are like, okay, still, step out the car.
Yeah.
Like,
Like whatever you're saying, it
right.
doesn't matter.
And the funny thing is like, it's not like they never had a driver's license in the
Yeah.
city that they're in. It's like their license is suspended
Right.
or revoked or something crazy.
Yeah.
So it's really like you saying this so you could try to get away with driving.
Right. So there's a reason you don't want to identify yourself.
Exactly. Yeah. Them sovereign ones are wild. I watched the ones body cams of like people getting arrested like for restaurant stuff too.
Oh, okay.
And that cracks me up. Like they're like at a restaurant
Mm-hmm.
and one lady drove her car through like the window, the door at Wendy's.
Intentionally?
Yep, because her fries were cold or something like that. Yeah, she got upset and drove her car through the restaurant. Like, yeah.
Oh, that makes sense. Imagine being at
like,
work.
like, of course. Of course. If your fries are cold, drive your car through the window.
Now the fries still gonna be cold, but now you're going to jail.
Yeah. Yeah, and you're banned
Right.
from you ain't never getting Wendy's again.
Your car messed up.
And it's impounded. Like, it's just not even worth it. Yeah, those are funny.
Oh, there was this woman in Florida,
Of
of course.
course.
She had 16 empty bottles of wine in her car.
Oh no.
And I don't even remember what her blood level was, but something crazy. And they tried to arrest her, and she like threw herself out the car. She peed on herself. She was like sticking her tongue out at the cops. It was just she was just acting a fool.
Yeah. Wow.
But who sits there and drinks 16 bottles of wine? Like real bottles, not like those little tiny Sutter Home ones.
Like full bottles.
16 full bottles. I was like, how are you even conscious?
Right. I saw one in Florida the other day. She was in a car accident. She ran into a house, and they were trying to get her to get out of the car. And she was saying that she was hurt or whatever. And but the truth was, she had been drinking, and so she tried to hide the bottle in between her legs.
Oh, okay.
They took her out the car and laid her on the ground. The bottle was like between her legs, but kind of like under her legs. And they was like, "What's that?" And the other officer was like, "Oh, it's a bottle." Yes, she tried to hide it because they thought that maybe she had like dementia or
Yeah.
was suffering because she was an older lady.
Mm-hmm.
So they thought maybe she had dementia or something, and you know, and that was the cause of the accident.
Maybe she
But
was.
no, she was just drinking. Yep.
Oh, there was one, another older lady who was drinking. She, like, okay, kind of like how you have this road right here. She drove straight into the building. It was a kid's birthday party.
Mhm.
Um, High alcohol content, of course, but she didn't even remember. Like, she was just so like calm and relaxed, and she wasn't even aware of everything that had happened.
Yeah.
She was like, "Well, why are all these ambulances here? Like, what's going on? What did I do?" And I'm like,
Mm.
"You ran over children on their birthday."
Exactly. Crazy lady.
And it's like,
Crazy lady. They never know,
mm-mm.
and they always live. You
Yeah.
realize that, like, because they're so drunk. They're so drunk that they don't feel anything in the accident.
Yeah, that's what a lot of people say. Like, people tend to pass away after accidents for the intense stuff when they've
Yep.
been away.
But when you're drunk, you don't.
Right.
Drop it off, make a move, eat some lot, win or lose, pick or choose this race shit, make you keep your cool, keep it real, keep it chill, never fake the book and deal. Book you mean, hoe?
Okay.
I'm a real player.
Oh.
Nah, for real, I done lost too many people, man. I done lost too many family members where I'm supposed to be crazy. My cousin. My cousin. I mean, want to spit the name. Hey, man, the last nigga. Folks of the world blow GDI, put it in their face for you, because you ain't here to represent. My cousin. My daddy GD, sit down. My cousin GD. My daddy GD.
Are they trying to
I guess out-GD each other. Okay. My daddy GD, my brother GD.
Found deceased days after her boyfriend reportedly told them he put her out of his vehicle off Summer Avenue.
Around Thanksgiving in 2023, Dominic met a man that she began a relationship with. By December 1st, they were engaged. In late December, she left her city and moved across the country to be with her fiancé. Few days after meeting him, she was gone. When the police
Dang, a few days
he said
after?
his ex was responsible, and his timeline kept changing.
Yeah, I've been innocent from when I was trying to tell y'all when I was on the phone. The first time, I talked to the police several times. I helped with the case, but matter of fact, I helped with the case and to find her. I released, they didn't even have to come with a warrant when they said, can I search your truck? Can I search your building? Can I get your phone? I told her, take it. Like, we can even go down there and go take a lot of tickets too. I had nothing to do with it. I don't know if the plot was believed to got that day. I don't know what the fuck was going on. Excuse my French. I apologize for cussing. I don't know the plot. Who was it for? I don't know who was watching me. I don't know what happened.
But where your tears at, bro?
The question
You ain't
that still
sad?
remains till today is, what really happened to Dominic? Before we get too deep, please remember to like, comment, and subscribe if you find value in these discussions. Dominic Davis was born on March 22nd, 1983, in Memphis, Tennessee. She attended Sheffield High School and grew up in a close-knit, church-going family. From an early age, Dominic had a gift that set her apart. Her
Rapping?
voice.
I knew it.
Outgoing. The
Oh.
kind of person who loved people and made her presence known. Her family referred to her as someone with the voice of an angel.
It's like a link out of chain is missing, you know.
Davis is initially from Memphis, but has been living in Las Vegas. She recently made the trip back to the Bluff City to spend time with her boyfriend. Outlaw described her sister.
Firecracker. She was very outgoing, loved people, loved to sing. Oh my goodness, had a voice like an angel, and pretty as you want to be. And she was just an awesome person.
By her adult years, Dominic had moved to Las Vegas, Nevada, where she ran her own lash business called Blink for Less. She was entrepreneurial, independent, and focused on her music career. In 2021, Dominic posted about her relationship anniversary, celebrating the man who'd been by her side through challenges. She expressed gratitude, called him her little headache, but said she wouldn't trade him for anything. At some point after that, the relationship ended and Dominic shifted her focus back to her business and her passion for singing. Around Thanksgiving in 2023, Dominic met a man named Vincent Woods, who went by the name Vito Carleon. Vito lived in Memphis, Tennessee. On December 1st, 2023, barely a month after meeting, they got engaged. After that engagement, Dominic started posting about what an ideal relationship should look like. On December 9th, she shared a post that read, "You deserve a partner who isn't afraid to hurt other people's feelings to protect yours." Underneath that post, Vito commented writing, "Perfectly said." Then, on December 10th, Dominic shared a post about relationship standards, which read, "If your man isn't posting you or letting people know that y'all are together, it's either he's cheating or there are other women he wants. There's no such thing as I don't want drama or I don't want people in our business. Men love showing off their woman, so it's either you're not enough or he's scared that these other women he's entertaining will stop talking to him. Remember, there's a difference between keeping a relationship private and keeping it a secret. Stay woke." Vito commented again with a love emoji. On December 30th, 2023, Dominic wrote about how excited she was to see her man. She wrote, "Ready to see my man, my man, my man." Vito commented underneath again, writing, "My God be with you." That day, Dominic packed up and went to be with Vito. On the evening of December 31st, 2023, Dominic and Vito went live on Facebook, and it was apparent that the both of them had been drinking. Dominic, who came from a church-going family, had that beautiful voice and had grown up singing in church, seemed like a different person in that moment. They were smoking, drinking, and were even with firearms. At some point, Dominic started talking about faith. She talked about losing too many people, too many family members, but said God had been good. She kept repeating that she was going to go to church and said she had no complaints about 2023. Then she said something that seemed like it upset Vito. After a while, the live video ended.
Vito with nothing but the weed good. Hey, what y'all doing for New Year's? Y'all gonna take a drink with me? I'm back y'all a drink. I can't even hear her. That's what I saw stop for me. I can hear her. I be looking at her now. I can't even hear her right now, man. I can't hear her. I gotta get my motherfucking ear right. Now I'm struggling, hustling, just to keep my head up. And you niggas with some hot shit if you wanna test up. Hell nah. I can't even hear right. It's too much shit. It's too. Now all y'all niggas gather around, cause east side is down the clown. I'm just playing. I'm just playing. I'm just playing. Hey, man, the last thing come to the world, blow GD out, put in that face for you, cause you ain't here to represent my cousin. My dad is GD, sit down. My cousin. My dad is GD. My folks is GD. Stop.
Hey, welcome in. Thank you for watching. Thank you for liking this live.
Dominic's mother also lived in Memphis, and she was supposed to go to church with her mother for the crossover service, but never showed up. Dominic not showing up for church was completely out of character, and her family immediately knew something was wrong. Her family tried reaching her, but she wasn't responding to calls or messages. On January 1st, 2024, Dominic's family reported her missing to the Memphis Police Department. The family started searching, and the community got involved. Dominic's mother shared the doorbell camera from her house on the night of the incident. At 10:30 p.m., Vito showed up at Dominic's mother's house, told them to come get Dominic, then left. Now, the doorbell footage shows him at the mother's house at 10:30 p.m. It was 3 a.m. That's a 4.5-hour gap between the doorbell footage and when he allegedly dropped her off at 3 a.m. Something just didn't add up. On January 3rd, 2024, the family publicly announced that Dominic had been found deceased. Then, on January 4th, 2024, Memphis police officially confirmed that Dominic Davis had passed away.
Family reported 40-year-old Davis missing New Year's Day. They said the last time they had heard of her whereabouts was Saturday. Her mother said she had talked to Davis's boyfriend, who told her he had put her out of his vehicle off Summer Avenue. The next day, New Year's Eve, Davis didn't show up to church with her mother. Davis's sister, Tamika Outlaw, says as they didn't hear from her, their mother's concerns started to grow.
But after a certain time, my mama just kept saying she had a bad feeling in her stomach. She was like, something not right. You know, I've lost a child before. And, you know, she just kept saying something not right.
The family has spent the last few days looking for Davis, putting up signs in the area where she was last seen, and says they were notified of the tragic news by police.
Officially on yesterday.
According to a police report, officers say they searched Davis's boyfriend's apartment and located her belongings. They say her boyfriend told them they got into an argument and he had dropped her off in the area of Summer and High Point Terrace. He showed officers his text messages and times where he's attempted to call Davis, telling her to come get her belongings, but said he never heard back from her. Outlaw described her sister.
Firecracker. She was very outgoing, loved people, loved to sing. Oh my goodness, had a voice like an angel, pretty as she want to be. And she was an awesome person.
She commended Memphis police for their work.
How fast they moved and how supportive they were.
The family says this isn't the first time they've dealt with tragedy, saying 14 years ago they lost another sister to domestic violence.
We just try and be there for each other as much as possible.
The discovery was made near an overpass at Sam Cooper Boulevard and High Point Terrace, close to where she was last seen. According to some reports, she may have been thrown from the overpass. The identification was made through matching tattoos that she shared with family members and through her fingerprints, though the cause of her passing was never publicly released. The Memphis police questioned Vito at his residence. They searched his apartment and found Dominic's belongings. At some point after being questioned, Vito gave his version of events in an audio recording. Now, Vito blamed his ex-girlfriend. He said his ex and her friends had been watching his house, that they didn't like Dominic, and suggested they could have been involved in
No, it doesn't take that long, but you know, to each his own as far as how long you can sit.
In his car? How would she know exactly where he dropped Dominic off in the middle of the night?
Takes a few hours.
And if his ex was really watching and dangerous, why put Dominic out on the street? But then he said something else. This was someone he was engaged to, someone who just moved across the country to be with him, and yet he was saying he barely knew her?
Now, we were going to go to church, but shit, I had got too drunk. We were going to go to church at night. So I took her to her mama's house and we ringing the doorbell because she was already acting out of line. So I'm like, yeah, nah. I'm like, man, please somebody come open the door. This shit on Facebook, like all this shit. So after did nobody come to the door, I'm like, she come out, nah, don't try me. I'm like, hey, nah, man, I'm going to drop you off. You up here trying to put your hand on me and shit. So I had to shoot an hour back to my house. So I shoot an hour back to my house. She started trying to fuck with me when I'm driving. So I'm 5 minutes away from my house by a little wing plate. So I told her to get out of my motherfucking car. So I let her have my car. I'm on camera, let her have my car. That's why I'm still free right now. Alright, so I let her have my car. I closed my door. I didn't even get out when I did all this. I just handed her her phone and I drove off. So I went in 5 minutes. I was like 3 minutes from my house. So I had pulled up. I dropped my truck out my park and I had went it out. I had let my dog outside and everything. I ain't never
What she was in when you got back to
Hello.
behind a business somewhere, behind the goddamn pawn shop. You had to have a technical pick up in my gate and let somebody drove her body over there in their car because it's cameras right here. It's a pawn shop. They said no guns in both of these buildings right here. You see what I'm saying? Somebody put her
Did she fly in from Cali like they said she did?
She flew, it's her second time coming from Vegas. Like, she stayed in Vegas, but she was staying with me. She moved back from Vegas to stay with me.
I'm saying, bro, who would want to do that to her randomly?
I'm telling you, my ex them been beefing. They been sitting
Mm.
up watching my house and everything. My ex and her best friend, that boy, they 45 years old. They didn't like my girlfriend. They ain't like her. I told her to take them everything. I let them take come get my truck. They came and got my truck and everything. They looked in my house. Everything been still the same since we left. There's cameras all around this motherfucker.
So they found her on the other street behind the building. You know, I'd been there before.
Yeah, they found her on the other street behind the building. I didn't never go. You know what I'm saying? There's cameras all around this. Her bees got cameras. The goddamn dog daycare got cameras. The pawn shop got cameras. I got cameras. That's why I'm still. I did get to it. I just went over there. I don't put my hands on no woman. I ain't never killed nobody. I don't do no shit like that. And the detective said, "Was you willing to take a lie detector?" I said, "Yes, I will take a lie detector test because first of all, I love my woman." And I said, "I don't. That ain't even in my bloodline to do no shit like that. You can tell when a motherfucker telling the truth and when a nigga lying."
They trying to take the live like you were being jealous of her because you was talking about another nigga and shit like that.
No, she was not. That girl started with me. She just moved. Bro, this woman just came back down here. This woman just came back down here. This woman was just staying with me. All her clothes and luggage was in my house the same way she left. I was sitting up here. I had my door open the same night that I had put out my truck because I thought she was going to cool off and scrub off. You know how
But you say your ex-girlfriend don't like her, bro. You think bitches actually kidnapping them motherfuckers, killing them, and putting them up?
Man, I don't know what the fuck they doing. I don't know what the fuck they doing.
Well, it don't sound like no kidnapping. She found on the next block. I wonder who did it now. You think he did it?
So if
I don't know.
He took a lie detector test.
But he also keeps talking a lot. And he's putting
Hi,
like
thank you.
Mm-hmm.
The camera see me going in the house. Then the camera see me the next day. The next day I had to go get some gas and a jug to fill my truck up because I drive 100 different places. I ain't even had no gas in my truck the next day. So I walked to the store to go get some gas and I put it in my truck. Her mama got the call my sister had inboxed me on Facebook and said, call me ASAP, you know. And that's when I noticed something was right. So I called her sister. I was like, what's going on? She said, where my sister at? I said, I ain't seen your sister since I put her out my damn truck. She said, why you put my sister out? And she told me, what time was it? I said, it was 11:30 when your sister started cutting up. I had just tried to take her to your mama's house. And her mama wasn't there. Her mama lied and said she was going to be there. Her mama was never at the house.
You said she was cutting up like y'all were arguing before she got out the car?
We weren't arguing. She was just acting aggressive, like trying to, like, you know what I'm saying? Like put her hands on me and type shit, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, she didn't want me to drop her off. She didn't want to go, so she wanted to be around me, and I was like, hell, nah, I can't. I barely even know her.
I'm from Chicago, but I live in Phoenix, Arizona.
You know what I'm saying? So I took her to her mama's house. That's the only place I really know where her folks stayed. Her mama's house, the only house I know. Her family members and shit like that. So her mama stay in the east.
Yeah, bro, cause that shit look crazy on the live. She waving her gun, you snatching everything from her, bro. That shit just look crazy, bro. You know what I'm saying?
Snatch your gun from her.
You remember she held the little brown gun up?
I ain't snatched no gun
Thank
from her.
you.
Man, you probably didn't take
Thank
it.
you so much. Appreciate you.
Okay, put it down, yeah.
Thank you for the likes, guys. Don't forget to subscribe and double tap
Alright, so on the camera,
the
when I seen you on
screen.
the
I
camera,
appreciate you and your
I
support.
don't get no fuck, and she was yelling. What was that? When you was in front of the ring camera.
I ain't say I don't get no. I said I don't get no fuck. I was telling her I didn't want her. I was telling her like I'm gonna drop you off. Like you finna get the fuck up out my car because she was doing too much. And I was like I don't get no fuck. She was spitting this shit everywhere and all type of crazy ass shit. Like she was getting like a big ass baby. She knew what the fuck she was doing. That's what
Okay, she was still drunk and shit too. That's why she was yelling. That's why you was saying, come and get Dominique out my car.
Yeah, I told her you didn't get to come on, get up out my car. That's what I was telling her. Yeah, I didn't know about it. We didn't know.
Okay, so y'all pulled off from there and you went and dropped her off at the house instead of bakery.
Yeah, I pulled off. And by the time I was close to my house, I was right there on something, right here. I wasn't even 10 minutes away from my house. And then
Why he put her out right there instead of just take her back to the house?
From what he's saying, her mama was supposed to be at the house to let her in, but she wasn't there. So then he kept her in the car, was gonna go back to his house, but then
She's still cutting up.
Yeah.
Okay, so he just put her out.
Right, so to be real, you still
Your fingers cramping just watching. That's funny.
Yeah, some woman just posted and said you were locked up. This shit a lie.
Thank you so much.
That's what I'm pissed off about. I don't know what happened to this woman. And the whole time, the next day, I probably was making me some snap videos and flexing on Facebook and shit. Because I'm thinking that my dad over her best friend house or in her sister house somewhere. You know what I'm saying? Like when she usually get mad, she'll go to her sister house or go to somebody else's house. Like, they can't be sitting there talking about his whole girlfriend out here missing, but he out here flashing money on Facebook. That's because I'm thinking that shit, she was straight. You know what I'm saying?
So when you pulled off, you just left with her and just pulled off and didn't call her and try.
I pulled out, and guess what I did? I pulled it off when I got to the house. This how I know what time I pulled off. This how I know what time I made it home. Because when I pulled it off, I got to text her phone. I was like, man, just come. I'm gonna text it to you. I was like, man, just come get your stuff. Just come get your stuff, man. I don't want to do this no more. I even told her, I said, man, tell your folks come get you. So I never did get a response. So I told her to text. I said she got a white phone. I'm the one that knows how they found her. I said she has a white phone. I'm the reason why the police found my girl. I said she has an iPhone. She got a white phone. I told her everything she had on. And they said, okay, so when they left.
Hi, thank you for watching.
15 minutes later, they found her. So, this shit don't even, they got it mixed up between a motherfucker that loved her and somebody else did something to her. Yeah, they got it all twisted up. Like, they ain't even like that.
Vito reportedly showed police text messages he'd sent to Dominic and call logs showing times he'd attempted to reach her and claimed he never heard back from her. Despite the inconsistencies in his timeline, Vito was never arrested or charged regarding her disappearance. Dominic was laid to rest on January 20th, 2024. 1 week after the funeral, Dominic's mother posted, writing, "Today marks 1 week. My pain looks like strength. To take my daughter's life was a pure act of evil. I will not speak about it now, but trust and believe we will speak, because the world needs to know what happened to Dominic Davis. That's why all the rain for both of my daughters, Charvetris too." Now, Charvetris Davis was Dominic's sister. On November 28, 2009, Charvetris passed away. According to reports and family statements, Charvetris was also a victim of a domestic incident. Her case, like Dominic's, remains unsolved.
Oh,
She would have
dang.
turned 43 on April 14th, 2025. Ella Davis had been fighting for justice for Charvetris for 15 years, and now she's fighting for justice for Dominic too. In February
Dang.
2024,
Both her
people
daughters.
started
Both her
confronting Vito
daughters.
online,
Wow.
and he shared screenshots of the messages. Vito responded, insisting he didn't do it, and saying that he came from a good home. He stated that he would settle things outside of court, and told people to contact his lawyer. Vito also made a video addressing the situation. In the video, Vito was reading from a piece of paper, repeating many of the same claims from his audio recording, talking about his ex-girlfriend possibly being responsible, and still maintaining his innocence.
I'm going on live to speak my truth and put the public at ease that I am not a fugitive. I have not been captured, never arrested for the disappearance of Dominique. I have not been downtown for questioning. I cooperated with the police in finding Dominique. Alright? I want to clear something up, clear a lot of stuff up.
It's cuz read.
Who I am,
Yeah, he
my
read.
family has and my family has
He had to write his
had
statement out
more going on with
for
our
Facebook.
situation. I am now
This is our
home
world.
and Aunt No Love recorded me privately on conversations that was edited, saying that he was not part of my friend.
Yeah.
Is that somebody reviewing it that's laughing?
Oh, I was trying to figure out where it came from.
I know, right? Because then he was like, is he reading?
Yeah, I don't know, like somebody had joined the live or something. I was trying to figure it out.
I know, right? Oh my goodness.
Has told nothing but lies on me and my family.
Yup, somebody, yeah.
This Paul Wonder.
Well, I didn't hear his voice before.
I know.
Let's get it.
Thank you for all my supporters that been coming through for me, supporting me and everything, you know, due to the situation. But I'm gonna tell the truth, there's a lot of stuff that went on that whole day.
Yeah.
But this is Paul
Yeah. The laughing is crazy. I know. The laughing is crazy. Hi, welcome in. Thank you for joining.
Nah, I ain't had nothing to do with this. Nothing.
Somebody knows something though. I don't give a damn. Somebody knows something.
Oh, thank you. We trying to eat over here. They say your hair eating.
I really don't know if he did it or not.
Me neither. I can't tell. But I mean, if he did it and he gave his car up and everything, it would be some type of proof.
That's true.
Some blood or something.
The first time I talked to the police several times. I helped with the case, but matter of fact, I helped with the case into finding her. I released, they didn't even have to come with a warrant when they said, can I search your truck? Can I search your building? Can I get your phone? I told them, take it. Like, we can even go down there and go take a lie detector test. I had nothing to do with it. I don't know if the plot was for me to get that day. I don't know what the fuck was going on. Excuse my French. I apologize because I don't know
The plot.
who that.
Well, that wouldn't make sense. Why would he say
who was watching me? I don't know what
it was and like meant for him, but he wasn't planning on putting her out the car?
Exactly. Like that they meant to shoot him, or they was trying to set him up, or what? Like, I don't understand either what he's saying. Thank you.
It doesn't make sense because how would they have known that they were going to get in an argument and he was going to try to take her to her mama's house?
All that.
Get put out the car.
Exactly. All those details. Not adding up.
Giving my legs to a person if you needed something. I always help the people. I always get the last end of the street.
Should have trimmed my ends.
No, you're okay.
I'm really bad.
Cause you don't want them to be blunt anyway, you
That's true, because
know.
it makes it hard to
Yep, blend
blend the
it.
braid. Okay.
Yep. So you good.
Every so often, I'll blow up my hair and I'll like comb or brush it in a circle, and I just cut what's see through, so it's never even.
Oh yeah, yeah. No, that's good. As long as you get that part out.
I was brought up in the church. You know, I just feel like what happened to me wasn't fair. But you know, like God says, if you tear it down, you're gonna receive more. I'm the type of person that don't throw the rock and hide your hand. That's the type of person I am. Don't throw the rock and hide your hand, because a lot of people went within on who I was and never even got to meet me or get to know who I am as a person. I'm loved. I am. I don't do nothing but love strong. I love hard. And what me and Dominique had together, when we was together, the little time we did have, I felt like it was really love. I did. I really did. I felt like I was in love. Like, who goes with going to be out and to let somebody meet me? Like her time, the last time she was really with me, we only seen each other twice. Christmas time she was with me.
So they only saw each other physically twice, but they were engaged for days.
Yeah. And she moved to Vegas with him this second time. Yeah, it's crazy.
I really don't know what to say. Like, I lost everything. I can't even drive to go find a job. I can't even. It's certain things that I can't even do no more. Like, my life ain't even normal no more. Like, but the energy everybody put into negative and don't even get the answers to know the truth about the situation. About me saying that I dropped out right here, put her in my car right here, she walking out the other way. All of this is on camera, me pulling up, going home. When I made it home, I left the door open for her to come in the house when she got out the truck. But see, by me being on probation and me thinking smart, like I can't get in no altercation, I'm drunk, she drunk, I'm driving, she reaching for the steering wheel trying to distract me and arguing with me. I can't get my life involved in this situation. But I'm the bad man though, you know? That hurt me. You know, I don't have nothing to do with happened afterwards when she got out of my car.
Hi, welcome in. Thank you for watching.
It's on camera, me tossing the phone on the ground. It's like, it was a 2-minute walk. Make it make sense.
Make it make sense.
I'm a bad guy. What they say, I'm a kidnapper. Let's get that straight. First of all, I signed for kidnapping. I pulled off with my kids. I ain't never kidnapped nobody. So, Vito, that's not even a real person. Vincent is who I am. So, all of the talk about the messy guys, all of that stuff, I ain't picked up a case in 6-7 years. I ain't been to jail in about 6 or 5 years. I go to work every day. Well, I was going to work every day. You know? But it hurt me to see everybody sitting up there pointing fingers at me, sitting up there letting no little ant sit up there and make all these people. First of all, I thought he was coming to me as a friend, as a partner, a business partner, somebody that can mentor me and talk to me and ask me to see that I'm okay. I didn't tell him to put that on there. And that stirred up a lot of more stuff. You see what I'm saying? I got 10 years to be telling him to take down. He promised me he was going to take down. But guess what y'all failed to realize what he did? He did it for clout. He did it for clout. So when I get the suing on, my lawyer did
Come get it.
I ain't even bring it up. That is Matthew. What's the other lady's name?
That is Matthew. Ooh, that is.
What's the other lady's name? I don't even got it down. I'm right there. Tawana, you get it too. Everybody got it, but you said you want my head on a platter about something. You put my life and just over some stuff that I didn't have nothing to do with. Somebody said you want my head on a platter. I got family too. I got kids too. I got a mama that love me. I'm not no bad person. You putting all these words on my back, trying to make me look like something that I'm not. if I was held accountable for the murder, I would have been down there. I would have been down like a man. Y'all making faces. All thing I got on me is vandalism. I can tell you what I did that for. What I did that for. But I ain't here. Speak the truth. Yeah, I'm hurt. Any question, you know, any more thing that you want to know about the situation?
He hurt, but she passed away now.
Was Dominique living with you, or was she just down here visiting?
Dominique was in Vegas.
Oh, he in an interview?
We had came up to the pool, and I was like, yeah, I want you to be down here with me. And so she ended up bringing her things. Well, two of them just,
Hi, welcome in.
shoes and stuff like that. She was moving in with me. You know, we was staying together. We was that bigger time together and stuff like that. You know.
So, did you think that you were the only person that she was talking to at the time, or did she reveal to you anything else?
I mean, Dominique,
When she got down
before she even got down here, she was already saying, like, she had something to tell me, like, when she get down here and stuff like that, and who she was talking to. She was talking to this one dude. She was like, you know, he in and out, lying, you know.
Was that in Vegas?
That was in Vegas. She was already telling me about the dude that she was talking to. You know what I'm saying? And those people that she associated with, her main issue was stuff on me.
But she didn't say, what did she tell you that she was married?
She told me she was married when she.
Oh, married?
She told me she was married.
Wait, I'm confused.
Oh.
She won't tell me.
Didn't they say in the beginning that there was another
I might
dude?
not be interested in
Yeah.
Okay.
So,
and we had come back in the day, and I was gonna buy each other a ring and stuff like that.
is he the same one that had the dreads? He cut them off?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
When she got down here, she was like, she was married. And I was like, shit, fuck this shit. That's not, you know, we're gonna still do what it do. I'm still, you know, there ain't nothing we can fix it. So, you know.
What's going on with that pregnancy or something? How did that even come up?
Well, when she went back on Tuesday, you know, it was Tuesday, when she got from Christmas, around Christmas on next Tuesday, Father, she got on the flight and, you know, there's not but the truth and the whole truth, and on spiritual, so I had got on the Tart reading stuff like that, so I was looking it up. And so some asked me to ask her, you know what I'm saying? Like, cause when I be looking up on YouTube, I be looking up like zodiac sign, you know, stuff like that. But anyway, I asked her when she got here the next time, and she had a little push. She was like, if she is pregnant, we're gonna take care of it. And I was like, you know, she was telling me about that right there. So I really didn't know. But she told me she had a miscarriage before. She did tell me she had a miscarriage before. And, you know, and she was like, if she is pregnant, we're going to take her. Yeah.
So you was just all in?
I was all in, like, in there, yeah.
So how old is Dominique?
Dominique 40. I'm 30.
30?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Hi, guys. Thank you for tuning in. Thank you for liking the video, too. Appreciate your support.
Yeah.
So no question that we're going to go into detail on all the other parts, because it's so much. I mean, your life has been altered.
I don't want to just give it all out.
It's not enough time.
It's not enough time to get everybody like, y'all, what y'all missing on is the truth. Like, yeah. Nah.
Do you know who have harmed Dominique?
Nah, I don't know about who harmed Dominique, but I don't, yeah, okay. I don't know who harmed, I don't know what happened. I don't, at the end of the day, I don't, but I just know.
So just real quick, because the people want to know before you get into detail, when you kept saying on that love conversation with that love person, when you kept saying they said they found this, they said they found her, they, who were you talking about when you were saying
they, on the part when I was saying they said, well, yeah, they was on, yeah, they was, on that part of them, they said, well, the lady, okay, I'm gonna tell you about the they said. When I said they said. Okay, like I told y'all, I'm spiritual and I believe in psychic readers. So I called the lady next door that owned the next building that's a fortune teller. She tell you about your life and all of this. So I called her and she had other people on the phone who was trying to figure out what happened to such and such with Dominique. And so the lady was like, she told me
Such and such is
basically like a description of what happened and stuff like that about
so the
two
tarot-
black men
tarot
approached
lady
her
told
and
them
they
what
put her in the car.
Yeah.
Like
But he asked though, what happened to such and such?
Well, who you talking about what they say? I'm talking about the damn Target psychic reader that's right there on the same corner where my house was.
No, but he shouldn't have even said that. That don't make sense.
I know. Either he knows something or he don't, right? It was like, who gonna go to a tarot card reader? Now you putting her in it.
whatever to figure out what happened to her.
Exactly. I went to tarot readers to find out. And I didn't put it on there like, I guess, you know, because it inspired me and it kind of gave me like relief on what did happen. Because like I said, I was in love with her and I did want to feel something. And like, I just feel like it wasn't fair, like, about the whole situation. And people falsely accused and trying to point things at me, and I'm on counter literally doing what I said I did. Like, I ain't no fine place over there. I ain't worried about nobody what they talking about. I ain't worried about none of it. I ain't worried about it. Because at the end of the day, I say,
So your truth is what happened while Dominique was in your care. The last thing that what happened to her, what was the last thing that the cameras, everything see her doing?
getting out my truck and be tossing the phone. I never did get out the truck. I opened the door. She got out the truck. I tossed the phone out the car. I pulled off. I did not even 2 minutes.
Welcome in.
Shit, I turned in my driveway. Parked my truck.
You already sad, huh? Watch
Got
it.
out the truck.
It's only been an hour. Come on.
And shit, I left the door open to see thinking that she was gonna walk up, but she never did walk up. And I never left the house until the next day.
It's only been 1 hour.
Yeah, I was in love. It looked like it. I mean, I ain't no looks to it. Shit, I was in love. I just hate how people get on lives and talk about some, see, he jealous, look, he jealous. How the hell I'm jealous? And they clearly telling me that's their cousin or something like that passed away. But I don't want to get too much out there like that. I don't want to. That's part two. That's part two. But
Oh, but you trying to get clout off of this.
Wrapping up this one, basically.
Yeah, I'm just wrapping it up. built like that. I'm not even like, man, I can't even hurt an animal. I ain't, but I love y'all. Y'all be good. Stay tuned.
After Dominic passed, Vito removed every single picture of her from his social media. He never acknowledged her on her birthday, didn't acknowledge her on the anniversary of her passing, and is currently in a relationship with another woman. Dominic's family kept her memory alive by continuing her business, Blink for Less. The family also held a birthday celebration on what would have been Dominic's 41st birthday on March 22nd, 2024. Before her passing, Dominic had scheduled 2 posts for January 1st, 2024. One read, "I used to look forward to New Year parties. Not this time, though. God has been too good. I'd bring it in at the church house. Start my year with a prayer and the master's plan." In the other post, she wrote, "This year was a beautiful blessing to me. I have absolutely nothing to complain about. Looking forward to the new year.
Thank you.
Blessed and highly favored." These posts showed what Dominic had planned for the new year: church, prayer, and starting fresh. The case still remains unsolved, and no one has been held accountable. Vincent Woods, known as Vito Carlion, has not been arrested or charged. The Memphis Police Department still classifies this as an open investigation. The questions remain. What happened during those hours between the doorbell footage at 10:30 p.m. and when Vito claimed he dropped Dominic off? Where did they go? Was the ex that Vito kept mentioning ever questioned? Dominic's mother, who'd already lost one daughter 15 years earlier, now grieves another. 2 sisters, 2 unsolved cases, and a family still fighting for answers. I hope these stories help you recognize warning signs and encourage you to seek help or offer support before it's too late. I'll see you in the next episode of Crime of Passion. Thank you for watching.
Oh, that's it?
No result, huh? So it's still unsolved.
Hey, what y'all doing for New Year's? Y'all gonna take a drink with me? I'm back y'all a drink.
I can't even hear her right. I thought stop for me. I can hear.
Shot o'clock.
I can't even hear her right.
She was wasted.
I can't hear her. I gotta get my motherfucking ear right.
Now I'm struggling.
I wonder why they didn't release the cause of death.
I know. Oh, yeah. Since they did find her. Yeah, like, did she have gunshot wounds? Is it asphyxiation? Thank you. Dominic. Dang, what was her last name? And where this happened, in Las Vegas? I think so, because I think she came from Cali and went to visit him in Vegas.
Up in weed camp. I ain't gonna take the pine, sit back, pine, this is how I do my thing. High as hell, country tail, look out the video, smoking herbs, country stick. It's this that thing.
Green Bay, I walk with Green Bay, look, I got $10 in Green Bay.
I'm going for the cheese sale. Hey, tap in, man. Tap in the major white. Now they're going. Now, fuck with y'all.
Thank you.
What's up, y'all gonna take a shot with me?
I'm gonna put you phone in.
Y'all gonna shoot the gun with me?
Phone. I'm gonna put you 5 in. I'll let you guys. I'm gonna put you on live. And of course, just dog shooting.
No other updates? Wow.
You should not let these folks shit you. I wasn't shooting at them folks, so. No, I did not. I hit my target. I hit my target. No, the ground right there. It was right there. I saw that spot on the grass. I'm gonna hit this hoe up, and I hit him. I hit him up. I'm reloaded.
Okay, the 50-year-old who said that somebody pushed her from an overpass.
Okay.
So probably like a braid.
Oh, dang. From an overpass? Wow.
If that move pop, 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 shouldn't have made a fucking move, look past you, make them drop it. You move over it, she didn't drunk and smoking high. If you want to test the shit, we gonna push her down, bitch. Cop, I got the fucking line. Catch him sleeping in. Pass and put them hoes in line. I'm tired of this fucking shit. Fucking hot sweat, bitch, look levels, what they call it.
How many times they gonna play it over?
I think it's just the whole thing, her just talking.
Yeah, like the same live though. Y'all still don't got no outcome.
10 hours before Maya Jennifer Simmons took her last breath, she posted something to Snapchat that would send chills down the spine of everyone who knew her.
Welcome
and anyone
in.
who
Thank you
would
for
come to learn
watching.
about what happened to her that night. This is me. Life
Please
is so short.
subscribe
Make
and
memories
double
with
tap
people
the
while they
screen
here. I
if
don't
you
care
like
if
the
y'all chilling in the
video.
house. Take pictures, record videos. When it's all over, that's all you gon' have. Just 10 hours after posting those words, Maya Jennifer Simmons was lying unresponsive in the parking lot of the Bloom Room restaurant in North Charleston, South Carolina, with multiple gunshot wounds, while strangers performed CPR, trying desperately to save her life.
County coroner has also identified the victim from a 7-year-old
Oh, thank
this morning in
you.
North Charleston. Officials say 30-year-old
That's
Maya
experience,
Jennifer
okay?
Simmons died at an emergency room after in the
Been braiding a
6800
long
block of
time.
Dorchester Road. North Charleston police responded just after 2 in the morning to the parking lot of Bloom Room.
The woman who fired the was 39-year-old Kaisha Simmons Birch, and according to what she would later tell police, she did it in self-defense because Maya had charged at her. But the story you're about to hear is far more complicated than that. The man both women were connected to was present at the venue that night, yet there has been no public statement from him about what he saw or what he did as the situation escalated into violence. Maya Jennifer Simmons was 30 years old when she died, and she left behind 8 children, ranging in age from just 2 years old to 14 years old.
Dang.
Kaisha Simmons Birch, the woman charged with taking Maya's life, has 3 children of her own. Now, the question that has haunted those closest to Maya and the public following this case for over 700 days since her death is not really about Kaisha Birch, or whether what she did that night was truly self-defense. The question that keeps them up at night is about him. Where was Tyrone Jones, Maya's fiance, when all of this was happening? And more importantly, why has he been completely silent ever since that night? Before we get too deep, please remember to like, comment, and subscribe if you find value in these discussions. Maya's grandmother, Jennifer Ferguson, is the woman Maya was named after, and the two of them had an incredibly close bond throughout Maya's entire life. When Jennifer received that phone call early Friday
Yes,
morning,
it is.
telling
Thank
her
you so
that Maya
much.
was gone, she says she knew something was wrong the moment she heard the officer's voice on the other end of the line.
Thank
Maya
you.
had
Yeah,
just
we doing
celebrated
another
her
one.
30th birthday with her joy
This
and
all I've been
hope for
doing
the
lately,
future.
y'all.
She had just
Miracle
gotten engaged to a
nights
man she
every
thought loved
day.
her. Despite raising 8 children on her own for most of their lives, those who knew her say Maya never complained
Candy,
and
I'm
never
Candy.
stopped working toward building a better
Or you can
future
call
for
me
her family.
Fancy, whichever one.
You know, I think we all should keep a lot more pictures and stuff, and memories and stuff, because you never know. Thank
is what everyone called her, and by all accounts, she was a force of nature in her community. She owned and operated multiple businesses, including a 360 photo booth rental service that she booked for parties and events, and a treats business where she sold custom cakes, cookies, and desserts. She was beautiful, inside and out, with an elegant style that turned heads wherever she went, and a creative drive that pushed her to constantly build and grow despite the challenges she faced. Maya was also a woman of deep faith, who taught her children that when you die, you go to heaven and God takes care of you. Which is why, even now, her children believe their mother is at peace, even though the people who loved Maya are anything but peaceful. Maya had experienced profound loss before. She had lost one of her twins earlier in life, and that heartbreak could have destroyed her. But instead, it made her pour everything she had into the children she still had. Her faith in God was unshakable, and everyone who knew her says she lived her life trying to be a good mother, a good friend, and a good person who helped others whenever she could. On April 7th, 2023, just a few months before her death, Maya posted a photo of herself to Facebook with the caption, "I wish that I could have this moment for life." That shows she was happy and hopeful about where her life was heading. In June of 2023, Maya turned 30 years old, and her entire family came together to celebrate this milestone with her. Around that same time, Tyrone Jones, the man she had been in a relationship with, proposed to her, and Maya was over the moon with joy, because after years of doing everything alone as a single mother, she finally thought she had found her partner. She posted photos and videos showing off her engagement ring, clearly glowing with happiness and looking forward to becoming a wife. What Maya did not know at that time was that Tyrone Jones had an ex-girlfriend, 39-year-old Keisha Simmons. The night before Maya died, she made that haunting post to Snapchat about life being short and making memories with the people you love while they are still here. Less than 24 hours later, on July 28, 2023, Maya went out with friends to the Bloom Room restaurant, located at 6877 Dorchester Road in North Charleston. At some point during that evening, Maya and Keisha
My shop is
encountered each other.
located in
When these
Phoenix,
two women came face to face,
off
an
of
altercation
Greenway
began
and
that would
Cave Creek
end with Maya
Road.
lying dead in the
And
parking lot.
yes, I
According
can
to
do
police
twists
reports, Maya and
on your
Keisha
natural
met each
hair
other
with
at the Bloom Room
no
restaurant
weave or
that night.
anything added.
What
So
happened
yeah,
next
I can
is
do
where
that
the
for you.
official story and what some following the
You
case
can
claim begin
send
to
me a
diverge in
DM
significant
on
ways.
Instagram.
Keisha's attorney
My
would later
Instagram is
claim in
I
court
am
that his client
fancy
was trying to leave the
INC.
scene and was getting into her
So
car
you can
when
find me on
Maya
there. It's the
allegedly
same
charged at
when
her
you look at
in
the
an
profile picture,
aggressive
it'll be the
manner,
same one
and that
from
Keisha,
this
fearing for her
page, and then
safety,
you can
pulled
just
out
send
a
me a DM.
firearm Maya in what she claims was self-defense. When police arrived at approximately 2:15 in the morning,
And send me a
they
picture of
found
your hair
people
as
in the
well.
parking lot attempting to help Maya, who had sustained multiple gun wounds. Bystanders were trying to perform CPR when first responders arrived and emergency medical services then took over life-saving measures. Paramedics rushed Maya to a local hospital where doctors and nurses fought to save her life. But the injuries she had sustained were too severe, and Maya, Jennifer Simmons, was pronounced dead
Oh no, I'm not
shortly
in
before
Ghana.
3 in the morning on July 28, 2023.
Police in North Charleston have arrested 39-year-old Keisha Simmons Birch and charged her with manslaughter.
Oh, you live in California. Oh.
According to a police report, officers responded to
Sorry.
Dorchester Road on July 28th around 2 in the morning.
No, I'm not in Ghana.
Once they got there, they found the victim who was in the parking lot. She was taken to the hospital where she later, 30-year-old Maya Jennifer Simmons from Lansing is her name.
Money.
Money.
Yeah, that's good, yeah. No problem, Chuck.
All right. I had to look at the other one like, well, like I said,
All right, big dog. All right, big dog. All right, big dog. You running out.
Man,
You gotta know how to do it. No, y'all do like that. That's wrong. You know that you gotta dig on the side of the street.
there you go. Down, look.
30 years old, with 8 children, who would now have to grow up without their mother, and a family who would spend the rest of their lives wondering why this had to happen. But while Maya's family was reeling from the shock and devastation of losing their beloved MJ, Keisha Simmons Birch had vanished. For 2 weeks after Maya's death, Keisha was nowhere to be found. Even though police had identified her as the shooter, and witnesses had given statements about what they had seen that night, the North Charleston Police Department knew exactly who they were looking for. But Keisha did not turn herself in, and she did not contact authorities to explain what had happened. It was not until August 11th, 2020, that Keisha Simmons Birch finally walked into the North Charleston Police Department and turned herself in to the intelligence-led policing unit. Manslaughter, not murder. And that distinction matters because murder requires proof of intent and premeditation, while manslaughter suggests a crime committed in the heat of passion.
You still gonna get 15 years.
Keisha was also charged with possession of a deadly
Whether it's
weapon
manslaughter
during
or
the
murder.
commission of a violent crime.
Well,
And
murder,
she was
you'll get
booked
life.
into the Al Cannon Detention Center. Her family immediately began pushing for her release, claiming that she was not eating or sleeping in jail, and that she needed to get back home to her 3 children who needed their mother. They told the judge that Keisha owned her own business, that she had no prior criminal record, and that she posed no danger to the community and no risk of fleeing. Maya's family, who attended the bond hearing, hoped that Keisha would be denied bond entirely. On the other side of that courtroom, they listened as Keisha's family spoke about how she needed to be home with her children. The contrast was
And this
stark.
lady didn't need to be home with her
Keisha's family
8 kids.
focused on her needs and her children's needs.
She never turned herself in. She
Never
came
see their
in
mother
weeks
again.
later.
The judge set Keisha's bond at $200,000.
Tessa Birch's attorney says she and Simmons got in a fight outside of the Bloom Room. Now, he said Birch was about to leave in her car when Simmons charged at her. That's when Simmons. Birch is charged with manslaughter and possession of a weapon during the commission of a violent crime, and today a judge gave her a surety bond.
A $200,000 surety bond with the conditions that Keisha be placed under house arrest, that she surrender any firearms, that she not use social media, and that she have no contact with anyone in Maya's family. Keisha's attorney stated during that hearing that his client had a concealed carry permit, and that according to her, Tyrone Jones, who was also at the club that night, had a gun as well. He claimed that Keisha acted
Hi,
in
welcome in.
self-defense
Thank you for
when
watching.
Maya charged at her, and that she had every right under South Carolina law to protect herself from what she perceived as an imminent threat to her safety. But Maya's grandmother was not having any of that. And after the hearing, she spoke to the media and made it very clear that she did not believe Keisha's story for 1 second.
Maya Jennifer couldn't do with her hands. She didn't have a gun. It's not self-defense. It's not stand your ground. We don't even have that law here in South Carolina. That's in Florida. We're not in Florida. You made a bad decision, and it's going to cost you some bad consequences. You can't get a person on anywhere that will tell you Maya Jennifer Simmons wasn't aggressive.
Baited or aggravated to that point. That is the word that keeps coming up when those close to Maya talk about what happened that night. They do not believe this was a random encounter or a spontaneous fight that got out of hand. They believe Maya was baited into a confrontation and that someone wanted her in that parking lot with Keisha that night. And when you start looking at
Thank you guys for liking the video. I really appreciate your support.
the theory that Maya was
If you haven't done it yet, double tap that screen.
Speculation and more like
Thank you guys.
that deserves serious investigation.
Maya is not the only member of Dr. Omomaro's family who has been taken by gun violence. Her 18-year-old cousin-nephew, TJ, was also in a similar manner by someone who had no right to take his life. And the pain of losing 2 family members to gun violence has only strengthened her resolve to create change. But while Maya's family has been organizing fighting to keep her story in the public eye. There is one person whose absence has been noticed by those following this case. Tyrone Jones, the man who was engaged to Maya, has not given any public interviews or made any public statements about Maya's death. There is no indication of his presence at vigils or memorial events held in Maya's honor. This absence has left many people following the case with unanswered questions
Because the
about
family
what
probably
happened
blames
that
him.
night and the circumstances that brought Maya and Keisha to the same location. In the months following Maya's death, social media became a place where people who knew her began posting their anger and their grief and their questions about what really happened. These posts paint a picture that is very different from the simple self-defense narrative presented in court. One post from someone close to the situation reads, "All that hooting and hollering y'all did for her, but nobody made any statements in her defense. That was there that night, out of your obligation to Keisha Ortez. What was your reason for inviting them to Bloom Room and then calling Keisha to come, huh? This evil, arrogant POS gets to enjoy Elm Mother's Day while my nieces and nephew grieve and have to visit their mother at a graveyard. Bubble, you were so scared of what your consequences were that you wouldn't even give a statement. You literally beat her, and she ran away from you just to be shot in cold blood. All her family out there knew that. NCPD and this poor excuse for a prosecutor's office didn't even try to obtain the video from that night, but it's floating around social media somehow. Keisha Birch, I wish you and everything attached to you nothing but the worst luck imaginable. My girl died a horrible death. She was literally embarrassed and surrounded by evil snakes." Another post from Harvesha Jacobs, who appears to have been very close to Maya, reads, "Funny, tears moment with Mari in the car rider line this morning. He randomly asked me how Maya, Jennifer Simmons, died. I never told him. When I told him she was he yelled, 'Why?' All I could say is, IDK Mari, but she's in a better place. Then he goes, 'Right? She's in heaven with Auntie, Ollie and Michael Jackson.' Now, I'm sitting here trying to fight back tears and laughter at the same time. Still remains, you will reap what you sow. You can pretend that you're living this great life and that it's cute to go around still bullying and threatening people. Like what you did to her was something to be proud of. But I know you're not getting not a lick of sleep at night. Guess what? The fight for justice will never end." The reference to bullying and threatening behavior suggests that there may have been an ongoing pattern of harassment directed at Maya in the time leading up to her death. Yet another post from someone who knew Maya reads, "Oh, Myra, as Nana used to call you. All the pain of you not being here was more of a reality today. The fact that you're not here is still mind-boggling. I'll never forget getting that call to come to the ER because you were shot and not breathing. People can paint and fabricate whatever story about your death for likes and views, but all we have is a bunch of unanswered questions. The lies are just not adding up. You didn't deserve what happened to you. I know God is making sure every person that was there that night and didn't do the right thing. Life is miserable. You did not die in vain. I will continue to fight for justice for Maya, Jennifer, in silence until we have victory." So let's look at what people actually did that night. Let's examine the questions that have never been answered. Let's talk about what really happened in that parking lot on July 28th, 2023. Here's what most people miss when they hear a story like this. When you start examining what people close to Maya have been saying on social media and the questions that remain unanswered about that night, you realize that not everyone believes the official narrative, and the self-defense claim that Keisha's attorney presented in court relies entirely on the assertion that Maya was the aggressor and that Keisha had no choice but to defend herself. While others following this case have raised questions about the timeline of events and what could have been done differently if Keisha truly believed her life was in danger from Maya, who, according to all accounts, was unarmed, then the logical response would have been to get in that car, lock the doors, and drive away to safety. She could have called 911 from the safety of her vehicle. She could have alerted security at the restaurant. She could have simply driven away from the confrontation entirely. The claim that she shot Maya while getting into her vehicle raises questions about whether the weapon was already in her hand or whether it was within reach during the confrontation. Without access to the full police investigation or witness statements, these details remain unclear, but they are questions that many believe should be answered before accepting the self-defense narrative at face value. But beyond the legal questions and the courtroom arguments, there are 5 fundamental questions about that night that have never been answered. 5 questions that, if answered, might explain what really happened in that parking lot and why Maya Jennifer Simmons is no longer here. These are not conspiracy theories or wild speculation. These are basic factual questions that any thorough investigation should be able to answer. And the fact that more than 2 years later, these questions remain unanswered tells you everything you need to know about how seriously this case has been taken by those in positions of authority. The first question is the most obvious, and yet the most troubling. Why were both women at the Bloom Room at the same time? This was not a chance encounter on a street corner or a random run-in at a grocery store. This was late at night at a specific restaurant in a specific location. Maya went there with friends. Keisha showed up at the same place. Social media posts from people who knew Maya suggest that she may have been deliberately lured to that location. The word that keeps appearing in these posts is baited. Maya's own grandmother used that word when she said, "My granddaughter was baited or aggravated to that point." But if Maya was baited, then the question becomes, what was actually said to her that night? What words were spoken that would cause a 30-year-old mother of 8, who by all accounts was not an aggressive person, to engage in a physical confrontation? Was she told something about Tyrone? Was she confronted with information that made her feel betrayed or disrespected? Was she provoked with insults or threats? We do not know, because no one has publicly disclosed what was said between these 2 women before the
Or if
violence
there was
began.
already something
But
going on.
understanding what sparked that confrontation is critical to understanding whether this
And
was
one of
truly
Keisha's friends saw her at the thing and said, "She up here."
pushed to a breaking
One of
point.
the people has
But
said
beyond
that
those questions,
somebody
there is the
purposely
question of
invited
what
Maya
happened
after
during
Keisha was
the
already
itself.
there.
Oh,
If this
okay.
was genuinely an act of
And then
self-defense
one
in
person kept trying
response
to
to
get her
an
to go
imminent
outside.
threat, then why did Keisha fire multiple bullets? According to sources, Maya sustained multiple gun wounds. Self-defense law generally requires that the force used be proportional to the threat faced. If someone charges at you unarmed and you have a firearm, one would typically be sufficient to stop the threat, especially if the person is not armed themselves. But Maya was more than once. She multiple times. Each additional after the first raises questions about whether this was truly about stopping an immediate threat or whether something else was happening in that moment. Was this panic? Was this rage? Was this something that had been building for a long time finally being released? The number of shots fired matters because it speaks to intent and state of mind, and those are critical factors in determining whether this was justified self-defense or whether it crossed the line into something else entirely. These allegations raise critical questions about why, if there were multiple people involved in assaulting Maya, only Keisha has been charged. Where are the other witnesses? Where is Bubble? Why has this person not been questioned or charged if they were involved in physically restraining Maya while she was being shot? If text messages exist that show planning or coordination, why have they not been obtained and presented as evidence? These explosive claims have been sitting in public view on social media for more than 2 years, and there has been no public acknowledgement or investigation into whether any of it is true. And that brings us to the 5th and perhaps most important question of all. Where was Tyrone Jones when his fiancée needed him most? According to statements made during
Fiance at
bond
that.
hearings, Tyrone was present at the Bloom Room that night. He knew both women, had a relationship with both, was allegedly armed, yet when the situation escalated to violence, there there is no public record of him doing anything to intervene or protect Maya or de-escalate the confrontation. After Maya was Tyrone did not give statements to the media. He did not attend vigils. He has not spoken publicly about what he saw or what he did that night. His silence is not just notable, it is deafening. Because when someone you love is, especially when you are present or nearby when it happens, the natural human response is to demand answers, to seek justice, to make sure everyone knows what really happened. But Tyrone has done none of that. He has been completely absent from the public narrative surrounding Maya's death, and that absence raises inevitable questions about what he knows and why he has chosen to remain silent. The community response to Maya's death has been one of outrage and frustration, not just at Keisha, but at a system that many feel has failed to deliver justice. North Charleston City Councilman Jerome Hayward spoke to the media in the days following and acknowledged that gun violence was a serious problem in the community that required real conversations and solutions.
I just think we need to have real conversations surrounding the gun violence because war is not the answer. And I'm hoping in the next couple of days we can get together as a community, bring some of the leaders to the table, and start having a real conversation about what's really going on in the community.
Jennifer Ferguson has said that from the moment she walked into the sanctuary of her church after Maya's death, she could feel her granddaughter's spirit, and that she believes Maya is at peace and in heaven with God. That faith has sustained her through the darkest days of her grief, and it continues to give her strength as she fights for justice. She believes that God is making sure that every person who was there that night and did not do the right thing is experiencing consequences in their own lives. She believes that the truth cannot be hidden forever, and that eventually everything that happened that night will be brought to light. And she believes that Maya did not die in vain, because her story is teaching people the importance of walking away from toxic situations and valuing their own lives above any relationship. Dr. Anna Daniels Omamaro continues to work tirelessly through the Maya Jennifer Project to turn grief into action by creating community awareness about gun violence and providing support for families who have lost loved ones to violence. The project has brought together community leaders, activists, and families impacted by gun violence to have real conversations about solutions and to honor the memory of those who have been lost. Dr. Omamaro has made it clear that this work is not just about remembering Maya, although that is certainly important. It is about creating change so that other families do not have to experience the devastating loss that Maya's family has endured. It is about teaching young people conflict resolution skills and helping them understand that violence is never the answer, no matter how angry or hurt or betrayed they might feel. Rest in peace, Maya Jennifer Simmons. May her memory be a blessing.
Hi,
and may
welcome
her story
in.
continue to save lives by teaching people to value themselves and to walk away from situations that put them in danger. Her family continues to fight for justice on her behalf. Her community
Of
continues to
course.
speak her name and honor her memories. And those of us who have learned her story will never forget the beautiful, vibrant woman she was and the light she brought into this world during the 30 years you were here. I hope these stories help you recognize warning signs and encourage you to seek help or offer support before it's too late. I'll see you in the next episode of Crime of Passion. Thank you for watching.
Look, it's gonna rain again.
My name is Dr. Anna Daniel Omamaro, and I wanted to take a moment and just share my heart with you. 6 days ago, I began posting about my niece Maya on the 705th day that we have been forced to live our lives without her. And I usually try to be more intentional about remembering Maya by doing things in her honor and not counting days since she's been gone, but doing things in her honor, things that were important to her, things that she stood for, things that she believed
That's okay.
in. Justice,
That's okay.
helping others, always being the compassionate person, family, being a
Okay.
good mom, all of those things.
Here's our water. Oh, you got water. Okay. Okay, cool.
I became aware
Welcome.
Actually, they said before,
Bathroom right
I
there.
became aware of the fact that the people that played a role in Maya's not being here any longer were still out living life and enjoying life. And I'll leave it at that. You guys can go read the rest. I don't want to be accused of libel or slander. But it made me angry, to be quite frank with you. And it made me realize just how very much I miss my girl and how much my family is hurting and grieving because we have been not only forced to live without Maya, we have been forced to watch those who caused her demise live righteously free, unrighteously free. We've watched them have life.
Hi, welcome in. Thank you for watching. Just a quick bathroom break, guys, but I'll be back braiding shortly. We are an hour and a half in, and we're more than halfway done with the head, so we're looking good. Timing is looking really good. It's gonna be a good day. It's gonna be a good day.
Because Maya is no longer here, and my family is still grieving her loss, which we will do for the rest of our lives. Like I do with all the problems in my life, I found myself talking to God. And I told God that I wanted to do something different this year. I didn't want to just release balloons in Maya's honor, although there is nothing wrong with that. I didn't want to go put flowers on a grave and then go home and cry for the rest of the day. I wanted to do something that inspires change. I wanted to do something in Maya's memory, in Maya's honor, that mirrors the awesome woman that she was and all that she was trying to do in her life and all that she did in the lives and for the lives of those that she loved.
This is her mom.
Or grandma, I think.
That talk about I Promise, the Maya Jennifer Project. And I wanted to just share with you the origin of that, where it came from, and where I hope we are able to take it. Maya isn't the only member of my family that was stolen by gun violence. Just barely 7 months ago, TJ, my 18-year-old cousin nephew, was stolen in much the same fashion by someone who had no right to take his life. There has got to be something that we can do that shows community, that shows camaraderie, that shows we are still humans that care about what happens to the people in our lives, in our community, those that live among us. Whether I like you or not should not be a reason to take the rest of your life. Whether I'm jealous of you or not should not be a reason to take the rest of your life. But here I stand talking to you about two of my family members whose lives were taken for those very reasons. I am not interested in only remembering Maya and remembering TJ. I am interested in a movement that not only remembers them, but helps other people in addition to...
Another person just booked these, girl.
Another person?
Yep. Yep.
Good.
For this Saturday. This Saturday. I swear I done did like 10 this month.
It's everywhere right now, and like it's not like heavy. It don't have a lot of tension.
Yeah, and people don't want to really do it themselves.
Yeah.
So.
I'm asking you to make a promise to help.
And it's quick to get in, quick to get out.
I'm asking you to make a promise
Because I've been seeing
further
some
the
girls talk
work
about
of
like how the braiding hair
distilling
actually damages your
all
hair.
the things
It
With
that
like
come
does.
together
the
Mm-hmm.
to create the
what's the
incidence
material
of gun
called?
violence.
Kanekalon.
I
Yeah.
am asking
Yeah,
you,
it
as you are the
does.
28, to
I
stand
saw
with
some
me,
girl from
the
where was she
Maya
from?
Jennifer
And some people
Project,
are
the
allergic, you know,
nonprofit
it like
organization Forever That Girl.
affects their
And we
skin
have
and stuff. Yeah, and
pledged
its
to be
scalp and
better
everything. So
about helping
it is a
those
good,
in your
great option.
community. I
I've
am
seen people
hoping that you hear
like
my heart
pre-wash
today, and
the
I am
braiding hair on
hoping that
like
you feel the
opposite vinegar.
importance of
Yeah, all that.
creating a
Yep.
Some girls
community where
she
we
uses
stand
yarn.
together for change,
Yeah.
where we stand together to
I feel like that would
create
be
a
good.
difference
Girl,
in the world that
super
we live
heavy.
in. If we don't, who will? I am very solution focused,
My
and I
thing lately
don't
has
do
been
well
half wigs.
with doing
That's
nothing.
been your thing
Yeah.
lately? Okay.
That
I
in
always
honor
I
like
bet that's
of
half
cute. Is
wigs.
that like
in honor
with the
of
headband and
KJ,
stuff?
in
No, it's
honor
just
of Q
I don't have a
Maxwell's
picture.
brother who was taken by gun violence, in honor of Kendra's sister who was taken by gun violence, in honor of the many other people that I don't even begin to have the names of. I'm asking you to stand with me.
I would tell him that like I don't know, man on man who isn't
Thank
comfortable
you.
with their sexuality is not someone you want to be out here hooking up with.
You said TikTok shop?
I thought I did.
Oh. Girl, you know, I'm probably like the only person that never ordered nothing from TikTok shop before.
You know, I held
I'd be
off
so
for a little
scared.
bit.
You did?
When was that?
Khalid's warning
I'd be so
became
scared
prophecy.
because,
Jay Lee
like with
was a
Shein,
20-year-old
I'm scared of that too
pursuing his
because
master's in social
I've
work.
heard some people say
An
it take a long time to get
LGBTQ+
it.
advocate
Some people say
and
it's
someone
not the
who never
quality
hid
that
who
they
he
thought it was
was.
gonna
He
be, you
walked
know.
into every room with
So I've always been
confidence,
skeptical
proud,
about it. So I just
open,
kind of, I'm like one of those people that
unapologetic.
kind of stick
His
with,
friends called him
you know, what I
fearless.
know.
Which
His
Yep.
family
Oh, this
called him
one.
their light.
Oh,
But
okay, that's
Khalid's
cute.
wall
So
showed
all you
someone
really
living
keep
a
out is
completely different life.
well, I was doing
Timothy
sidebar, so
Harrington
all I really
Jr.
kept
came
out
from
was
what
like
many would call a
not
good
even like a
family.
full
His
centimeter
grandfather was a
of hair
pastor
and
at
just a few
Okay.
edges. That's
Baptist
it.
church in Grenada,
Oh, okay. And then
Mississippi
you
for over
braid the rest of
40
your hair
years.
down or
Yeah,
what?
just in
Okay.
like
Every
those
Sunday,
four braids.
Bible studies,
Oh, okay. 4
community
cornrows
Yeah,
or
that's
okay.
the
it.
Harringtons
Okay.
were pillars, the
But it has
kind
the
of
clips in
family
it, so I
where
try to do
image
like
mattered, where
Now,
tradition
does the
wasn't
clips
weak,
affect your
and
hair?
where
Because I heard some
certain
people say
days
like clips
just
on
weren't
nose
talked
and clips
about.
on
To the
wigs
outside
like
world,
affect
Tim
their
was all together.
like their edges and like
Presentable,
the back of their hair,
well-mannered,
make it like super
involved.
thin,
But
like bring
behind the
some of the,
closed
you know, kind
doors,
of like pull the
he
hair
always
out a little
lived
bit.
two lives.
No, not that I
One
realized, but
public,
I take
one
it out
hidden.
every
And he was
day.
Oh, okay.
terrified
And
Yeah,
then
of
you
so
put it back
asking
in.
others
Okay,
to
got
try.
you.
I think if you were to
Tim
wear
wasn't
like
open
Yeah,
about
to
overnight
put
and
secrets
sew
with
stuff.
in and
men,
stuff
not with
probably,
his
but
church,
I
Yeah.
not
do
with his own family. Tim
anchor
kept
braids
that
in the
part of
front and the
himself
back
locked
and on the
away,
side, so
hidden
it
behind
Oh,
like
okay.
fake
so it really
Snapchat
don't
accounts
hurt
and
per se.
private
Yeah.
meetups.
Then I take it
And when
off.
you're that
Oh, okay.
desperate to keep a secret,
Well,
when you're
that
that
sounds better.
terrified of the truth coming out,
It's
what
cute though.
happens?
I like the
What does fear
curls.
make people capable of? The story you're about
It's
to
almost
hear
like this.
imperfectly shaped
Pretty
the
much,
worst
and I
way
ordered like a
possible.
kinky straight
Before we
one.
get too
Uh-huh.
deep,
That I
please
did end up
remember to
liking.
like,
My little
comment, and
sister,
subscribe if you find
she
value
like
in
used
these
it to practice
discussions.
curling and
Born
stuff.
August
So
6,
Oh, okay.
2001, Jimmy Dale Lee III, everyone called
Your
him
little
Jay,
sister wants to
grew up
do
in
hair, or
Jackson,
she
Mississippi, with his
just
parents
was doing it for
Stephanie and
herself.
Jimmy
she's
Lee
just for
Sr.
herself.
Oh,
and his
okay.
sister Taylor. From early on, Jay knew exactly who he was. By the time he got to Ole Miss, Jay had already made his mark. He was involved in student government, worked as director of LGBTQ outreach, and performed as a drag artist.
I might have
under
to
the
try
name
me
Jay
one of
Diva. He
those.
graduated
It's so
with his
easy because
bachelor's degree in
I
social
start work
work
at
early
5. You
with
know, like I
honors,
live
and was working on
5
his
a.m.
master's while
yeah, well
interning with Child
5:15 or
Protective
so.
Services.
Okay.
But I live past City. I live like the 303 Northern, all the way up there, and
Uh-huh.
I work in Tempe, so it takes me about 40 minutes.
Oh, yes. So you need some quick,
Yeah.
in and out. Yeah.
Because
Where
I
you?
wake up at 3:30,
Yeah.
so I gotta leave the house by like 4:30
Everyone
or
who
so
knew
to
Jay
get to work
used
on
the
time.
same word to
Yeah.
describe
You
him:
missed the traffic though, huh?
vibrant.
Yeah,
That energy,
the highway is full, but
confidence,
it's not like
and
bumper to
style.
bumper.
His
So
best
Yeah.
friends
it's
were
okay.
Jose
But my
Reyes
way
and
home, it
Khalid
took me about an
Fears,
hour and
a
a half.
27-year-old
Oh,
Yeah.
okay. Because you get off at
I get off at
3?
4:15.
4:15. Okay. Oh, so you work 10s.
Yeah.
Okay.
Jay lived at Campus Walk
Oh, yeah.
Apartments
That
in Oxford
4:15
with his
is
beloved
crazy,
colleague Brad
It
right?
is.
Because
Lexus.
everybody's
His
coming
new
from that
Austin
way
coupe
trying to go
came to
home.
him
Yep.
every
Yeah.
single
From
day,
10 p.m. I get on
sometimes
the 2
multiple
too, and there's
times.
traffic
Mother
there,
and
and then
son
the
were
10
close.
Yeah.
horrible.
July 8th was
Yeah.
Tiffany's birthday. Every
Dang.
year, without fail, Jay
Yeah, I
would
know
call and
that's
sing happy
kind of
birthday
wild.
to his mom
If
every
everybody
year.
driving
At
straight,
2
there
a.m.
should be
that
no
morning,
problem.
he sent his
Okay.
first
Can
text.
y'all just
Happy birthday.
focus?
Stephanie
Stay in your
texted
lane.
back on his birthday
Because
morning,
even now, like
no
once you make it
response.
past
In
a 101. Even that traffic is bad.
Surveillance
Yeah.
tells the story.
Yeah, it is. You know what? Actually, I feel like as soon as you pass 99, it's crazy.
It is.
Yeah.
He came back about
And
40
like it
minutes
don't really
later.
ease up
Then,
until
just before 6 a.m.,
Till
he
like
left
Dice Art.
again.
yeah.
This time,
Yeah.
Or was it
wearing
like
a silver
Fairways?
robe,
Or Fairway,
gold
yeah.
bonnet,
Yep.
and gray slippers.
But even then, it's slow
During
back
that
down
time,
for all the
Jay had
people who
been
live in
FaceTiming
Buckeye.
with Community Peers, who was on a break from his night shift at the hospital. Jay was heading back to meet this person again, Khalid messaged a few hours later. Hey friend, hoping to see how it went. Khalid never got a response. By midday on July 8th, Stephanie Lee knew something was wrong. This was her birthday.
Oh, so did the other lady get charged? Or
She started calling Oxford
did they
police,
say?
asking them to check her son.
They didn't say. I feel like they were still. I know they're not giving us the whole story. I don't like that. Yes.
Stephanie reached out to Jay's friends. Jose.
It seemed like the grandma was advocating trying to get justice for her and others, but
And his car, Jay's distinctive black Ford Fusion with a gold stripe down the hood and an I Love My Pomeranian bumper sticker, was gone. The next day, July 9th, Stephanie and her husband drove straight to Oxford. When they arrived at Jay's apartment, only Lexus was there, barking at the door.
dang, I keep dropping.
Stephanie called the police.
Keep dropping stuff.
University police pulled surveillance footage immediately. They confirmed Jay had left.
Are they charged with manslaughter?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. How many years? 15?
On July 10th, they got their first break. Bandit Towing contacted authorities. They towed a black Ford
Keisha.
Fusion from the Molly Bar Trails apartment complex on the afternoon
so.
of July 8th. The car had been parked illegally.
Oh,
over a
Kaisha.
curb
Okay.
with the front tires turned hard to the left. The license plate, J. Lee. Inside the vehicle, investigators found Jay's credit cards, debit cards, and a key ring. His other personal belongings were back at his apartment. Only Jay's fingerprints were found on the steering wheel. Jay's iPhone was nowhere to be found. By July 10th, Oxford police released a press statement. Jay Lee, 5 feet 7 inches, 120 pounds, last seen wearing a silver robe, gold bonnet, and gray slippers, was missing. The community mobilized. Students organized search parties. Campus was plastered with flyers, and social media exploded with pleas for information.
Hi, I'm Jimmy Lee's father, Jimmy J. Lee, the Ole Miss student that's been missing. I'm calling and reaching out to anyone that could have any information to help in his return. First of all, I want to thank my family and friends in my community from Jackson, Mississippi that's been instrumental in encouraging. I thank for Oxford community for their involvement in helping and even in everything that you guys are doing. I want to say that you've been very kind. It's that I would like for everyone to understand who my son is and know that he's a hard worker. My son, was currently working on an effort to provide infant formula for children that did not have it available to, them. I can remember my son coming to this college, being willing to face the unknown without a problem. I'm so proud of him for that. I want everyone to know that whether you're black, white, green, polka dot, it doesn't matter who you are, he's there to help if you saw the need. I'm asking that if anyone knows anything or sees anything, say something. Call, contact the law enforcement. Just tell them what you know. This is my plea that you help find my child. Thank you.
Behind the scenes, detectives worked quickly. On July 22nd, Detective Benjamin Douglas obtained Jay's messaging data from his iCloud account. Between 5:17 a.m. and 6:03 a.m. on July 8th, Jay had been messaging someone from a Snapchat account he didn't recognize. The username, Redeye24. The Redeye24 account messaged,
Come back. Then again, come back. You coming or no? One, please. Jay responded, no. Why not? The conversation continued. Jay referenced their earlier encounter and mentioned Tim by name. Like you done did some questionable stuff, but that was too much. Have a good night, Tim. Then Jay sent, yeah, now it seems like you just trying to lure me over there to harm me or something. The account responded, you tripping. I do feel bad because we cool. I ain't trying to end it like this. Jay pushed back. How cool? How we cool and you barely want me to text you? I'm saying you're a cool person. Jay expressed frustration about being kept a secret. Eventually, he made a request, a specific gesture he wanted as proof of sincerity. The account agreed. Jay decided to go back. Detectives traced the Read24 Snapchat account to an email address, the Dirt to Diamonds podcast Gmail account.
She hasn't been sentenced.
22-year-old
No?
Sheldon Timothy Harrington Jr. Tim Harrington, Ole Miss graduate, co-owner of a moving company with Tyson King, grandson of a pastor, from a prominent family in Grenada.
He's missing?
And according to the digital evidence,
At that time, he
the
was.
last person to communicate with Jay Lee before he disappeared. Detectives dug deeper. They discovered earlier messages between Jay and Tim, sent from Tim's original Snapchat account before Jay blocked him, that revealed they'd been in a romantic relationship kept secret. The messages showed tension. Jay had referenced being Tim's first, called it an experiment, said it was over. Then, Jay blocked him on all platforms, which made Tim reach out from the Read24 account, a different Snapchat linked to his podcast email. On the morning of July 8th, surveillance cameras captured Tim Harrington at Walmart at 9:29 a.m. He examined large garbage bins.
Why they always go to Walmart? Where all the cameras at?
So he was in a relationship with the boy.
I think so, yeah.
Broke up with him, and the boy
After
probably was.
Walmart, Tim was captured on multiple surveillance cameras.
Yeah.
He switched from his white Ford
Oh,
Escape to the
yep,
box
that's what
truck
it
he
is.
co-owned for the moving company. Tim drove that box truck to his parents' home in Grenada. Surveillance cameras from a neighbor's house, Christopher Clint, who lived directly across the street, captured Tim making multiple trips.
Does your home have a video surveillance system?
Yes.
All right. And back in July of 2022, did you have a home video surveillance system?
Yes.
All right.
Have you ever had jury duty?
Yes, but I never got selected. But I've been, every year, they send me something to go down there. But I never get selected. The last time, I didn't want to be selected. So I just basically told them, because I am self-employed and my money depends on my work, I don't have PTO and all that stuff, so they allowed me to not be a part of it. Because it was going to be like a 2-month trial, and it was over like a business dispute too. So I also would have a bias, right? Because I'm a business owner and I rent and all that stuff, so they didn't want me on that case.
That's crazy. Like, they get to pick people.
Yep, they have you do a questionnaire, and then they tell you what the case is about. They ask you if you know any of the parties involved. They ask you questions like pertaining to it, like how you feel about certain things, to see if you're biased. So depending on how you answer, so if you want to be a part of the case, then you don't want to show any biases. But if you don't want to do it, then yeah, once you show your bias to certain things, they're like, we want her.
I mean, well, depending on what
the case is.
Yeah, how can you not?
Yeah.
That is.
I was surprised to be called down there for like a civil case. I was like, oh, this is funny. I thought they were all like criminal cases for jury, but.
I didn't know they did civil ones.
Were you present when that document was created?
Yes.
All right. All right. Stay with us. It's marked. Yes. All right. That's 47. I'm displaying it. Now this second clip, do you see how it's been zoomed in?
Yes.
It doesn't have a date or time, does it?
No.
All right. But do you recognize the front yard there in the bottom right portion of the image that's being displayed on the second video file?
Yes.
Whose yard is that?
The Harringtons.
And do you see that box truck across the street?
Yes.
All right. Is that parked in the, on the curb by the front yard of the Harrington home?
Yes.
All right. Let's go with the same question. You recognize that front yard, the driveway, the truck? Whose truck is that? The white truck parked in your in the driveway.
That's my son's truck.
All right. And that too is on July 8th, 2022.
Yes.
And you would have to make
Who that,
same
pastor?
adjustment to
Yeah,
line
he must have
time based
adopted.
on
Oh.
Exhibit 47. And I submit to you that on that, looking at Exhibit 47, the your home surveillance system image being projected, it says 542, does it not?
Yes. Yes.
And the phone
Hey,
underneath it
welcome
says 16,
in.
correct?
Thank you for watching, guys.
Yes.
Please double tap that
So that's gonna
screen
be
to show my channel some support. I appreciate you.
Basically an hour and 8 minutes.
Yes.
So looking back at the time frame on exhibit, the third file on exhibit 48, you'd have to adjust that by an hour and 8 minutes to arrive at the correct time. But the date, 7/8/2022 is correct.
I'm located in Phoenix, Arizona.
At 6:55 p.m. ATM, surveillance at Renaissance Bank in Grenada captured the white box truck at 1537 Commerce Street. The timestamp was confirmed by bank records. Detectives had a timeline now. The Snapchat messages, Google search, Walmart receipt, box truck, and surveillance footage. On July 22nd, 2 weeks after Jay disappeared, detectives showed up at Tim Harrington's apartment at Lafayette Place. During the interview, Tim said he knew Jay as an acquaintance. He said he hadn't seen Jay recently. He said he picked up the box truck to prepare for a move, contradicting what his business partner told police.
Hi, welcome
When asked
in.
if he had any idea how Jay's car ended up at Molly Bar Trails, Tim said no. Then detectives asked, "What do you think happened to Jay?" Tim suggested Jay probably met someone for a casual encounter and they kidnapped him. Detectives noted that response, unprompted and specific. Later that day, detectives brought Tim to the police station for a second interview. Tim changed his story. This time, he admitted he'd had a romantic relationship with Jay. He admitted they'd been together early on July 8th. He admitted he'd been jogging near Molly Bar Trails that morning, but he denied harming Jay. Detectives obtained a search warrant for Tim's apartment. Cadaver dogs alerted multiple times inside the residence. An acrylic fingernail was recovered. Gray hoodie and black shorts matching the surveillance footage were found. Bed sheets were collected for forensic analysis. Prosecutors claim forensic testing reportedly revealed Jay's DNA on those bed sheets. On July 22nd, 2022, Timothy Harrington Jr. was arrested and charged in the passing of Jimmy J. Lee. Bond was set at $250,000. Tim posted it and walked out. The prosecutors faced one major problem. They didn't have Jay's body. December 2024. 2.5 years after Jay Lee disappeared, the case finally went to trial. Timothy Harrington sat in the courtroom, flanked by his defense attorney, Kevin Horan. His family filled the rows behind him, his mother, his father, his brother Tevin, all there to support him. On the other side of the courtroom sat the Lee family.
Stephanie and Jimmy Lee Sr. They'd waited 893 days for this moment.
Day 4 of testimony in the murder trial of Timothy Harrington Jr., who's accused of capital murder in the death of University of Mississippi student Jimmy J. Lee. Good evening and thanks for joining us. I'm Greg Hurst. Stephanie is off tonight. WRG's Mike Sirianni is covering the trial and has today's developments.
The state calling a number of witnesses Friday in its case against Timothy Harrington Jr. and presenting evidence from outside Lafayette County. That drew immediate objection from defense counsel.
Now I understand they want to head to Grenada and start introducing videos in Grenada without any connection to any crime or anything whatsoever.
Before the jury arrived, Harrington's attorney arguing a body is yet to be found or there's proof a murder has occurred.
You have got to prove corpus delicti in a fashion that is done.
The state countering.
Obviously, we do not have a body in this case. Obviously, because of that, we're proving a circumstantial case.
Saying the last person who saw Jay Lee alive is Tim Harrington.
The evidence that's come forward right now, Your Honor, is that Tim Harrington invited him over to his house, his apartment. That right before he got there, Tim Harrington Googled how long someone.
Judge John Kelly Luther allowed the state to continue its circumstantial evidence case. When the jury was finally seated, the state made its connection between the defendant and a white box truck Harrington co-owned and was used to move furniture. The truck was seen the morning of July 8, 2022 in Oxford, allegedly driven by Harrington after the defendant was seen at the Oxford Walmart inquiring about large garbage containers and purchasing a roll of packing tape. That same day, the box truck was seen at the home of Harrington's parents in Grenada. The state contends Harrington loaded shovels and a wheelbarrow in the truck. The vehicle was also seen at a Grenada bank ATM on the afternoon of July 8, 2022. Oxford police later seized the truck. Friday, jurors also saw video of investigators questioning Harrington at his apartment July 22, 2022, and later at police headquarters where the defendant asked for a lawyer. For your news leader in Oxford, Mike Sirianni, WREG News Channel 3.
The prosecution laid out their theory. Timothy Harrington attacked Jay Lee in a desperate attempt to hide their relationship. The evidence was overwhelming. Digital records, surveillance footage, witness testimony, forensic analysis. But there was one glaring problem: no body. The defense seized on this immediately. Kevin Horan argued that without a body, without a crime scene, without physical proof that Jay was even deceased, the state couldn't prove he took Jay's life. Over the course of the trial, witness after witness took the stand. Khalid Fears testified about his friendship with Jay, the FaceTime call that morning, the warnings he'd given. Stephanie Lee testified about the birthday tradition, the 100+ calls to police, the moment she knew something was terribly wrong. Jose Reyes took the stand and defended his friend fiercely. Jose refused to let the defense paint Jay as anything other than who he was: a vibrant, fashionable, beloved young man. Throughout his testimony, Jose pushed back against every attempt to victim blame or suggest Jay's openness somehow contributed to what happened to him. The courtroom felt the weight of that loyalty. Tim's brother Tevin testified in his defense, insisting the brother he'd known for 22 years wasn't capable of this. But the prosecution had their own witnesses. Tyson King testified about the box truck being used without his knowledge. Christopher Clint testified about his surveillance cameras capturing Tim with shovels and wheelbarrows. Keziah Carter testified about giving Tim a ride that morning. Assistant DA Gwen Aggo walked the jury through the timeline, piece by piece, showing how Jay entered Tim's apartment at 6:03 a.m. and never left alive.
Countering.
Obviously, we do not have a body in this case. Obviously, because of that, we're proving a circumstantial case.
Saying the last person who saw Jay Lee alive is Tim Harrington.
The evidence that's come forward right now, Your Honor, is that Tim Harrington invited him over to his house, his apartment. That right before he got there, Tim Harrington Googled how long killed someone.
The defense countered. Kevin Horan argued the evidence was circumstantial. He pointed to the lack of a body, the lack of a weapon, the lack of additional evidence.
A new report connects a high-profile murder case to the discovery of human remains in Carroll County.
However, the agency leading that investigation is disputing a key piece of information. Mississippi Today reports a gold necklace with missing Ole Miss student Jimmy J. Lee's name on it was found on those human remains we first told you about yesterday. The report cites unnamed local authorities acknowledging the necklace was found with the remains. However, the Carroll County Sheriff's Office refutes the report, saying neither Sheriff Clint Walker nor any member of the department has confirmed that a picture of a necklace has in any way confirmed the identity of the human remains.
Now, this case has generated a lot of your interest over the years. 3 Side's Chris Fields joins us with how we all got to this point. Chris?
Well, that's right, Howard. In the light of those new developments that you just mentioned, this case not only been a controversial one, but has also gained national attention. Well, that's because of all the mysterious details surrounding the case. Now, let's take a look back at how we got to this point.
Sheldon Timothy Harrington Jr. appears before a Lafayette County judge. The judge denied bond for Harrington, who is charged with first-degree murder in the death of Jackson native Jimmy J. Lee.
Just weeks before the court hearing back in 2022, July 8th to be exact, is when Jimmy J. Lee, an Ole Miss student, was last seen or heard from. His car was last seen leaving the Campus Walk Apartments. That's when Lee's mother had gotten the news.
Packed our bags and we drove across from Biloxi, Mississippi, all the way here to Oxford, Mississippi.
Mm-hmm.
And when you got here, did you go to Jay's apartment?
We went directly to Jay's apartment, yes ma'am.
Was he there?
No ma'am, he was not.
In August of that same year, Harrington appeared in court for his initial hearing. Prosecutors on the case say Lee was at those apartments to see Harrington. It was also revealed in court that Lee, who is a part of the LGBT community, and Harrington were involved in a sexual relationship. Witnesses testified that Harrington was what one considers to be on the down low. Then comes the capital murder trial last December. Harrington was charged and Lee's death.
He was, like you said, he was mad. He's probably finna bring him out.
A mistrial was declared after a jury could not reach a unanimous verdict in that trial. The jurors were split 11-1. More than 2 years later, and still, J. Lee's body has not been found. Harrington maintains
Until they
to this day that
recharge
he
him.
has nothing to do with the Ole Miss
Or
student's
retry him.
disappearance. And as of now, no new trial date has been set.
The jury deliberated for more than 9 hours. They
It's
sent
not
notes to
one
Judge
person,
Kelly
too.
Luther,
One
asking
person.
questions about the
That's all it
evidence,
takes.
the law, and what constituted proof beyond a reasonable doubt. Then
like
they
that's
sent
enough.
the final note.
Right.
How do you strangle somebody? Okay.
Judge Kelly
Right.
Over to my house. Okay. How do you strangle somebody? Let me go to Walmart and get garbage bin.
Okay.
Okay, let me go get, the shovels in the wheelbarrow from my parents' house.
Let me use my truck, my moving truck.
Luther's disappointment was visible.
DNA is on the
Prosecutors
sheet.
looked devastated.
Yep.
And the Lee family sat in stunned silence. And Tim Harrington walked out of that courtroom a free man, still out on bond. Prosecutors announced immediately that they would retry the case. A new trial date was set for October 13th, 2025, but they needed something the first jury didn't have: Jay's body. February 1st, 2025. Less than 2 months after the mistrial, 2 deer hunters were walking through a wooded area in Carroll County, off County Road 65 in McCauley, Mississippi. The area was known for illegal dumping. Tires, mattresses, trash scattered through the trees. About 90 minutes from Oxford, roughly 19 minutes from the Harrington family home in Grenada. The hunters made a discovery that would change everything. Alongside in a gold necklace engraved with one name: Jay. The hunters immediately contacted the Carroll County Sheriff's Department. When authorities arrived, they confirmed it was wrapped in what appeared to be moving blankets and secured with duct tape.
The moving blankets.
2025, DNA testing confirmed what everyone already knew. That was Jimmy J. Lee. After 938 days, Jay was finally found.
Good evening, everyone. My name is Jimmy Lee. I'm the father of Jimmy J. Lee. Do you remember Jimmy J. Lee from 2022 Ole Miss missing student? Recently discovered with remains. I just wanted to reach out to everyone to say that, or let everyone know we are doing okay, the family.
Hi. She's not here yet.
Just thank God for, showing up and doing what he has done. Thank God for his strength and how he's moved and just been a shield for us. It's been hard, to say the least. It's definitely not been easy.
She could have waited inside. I didn't. Oh, she was on the phone. Okay.
Finding Jay has created some sense of relief. Some comfort, and we just are so thankful for that. We're thankful for the law enforcement, all the individuals involved in trying to.
He just seems so tired.
Retrieve us.
Okay, just
some that
over
were
it.
law enforcement that did everything within their power to try to help find him.
But the discovery brought new heartbreak. Jay's father had to identify it was his son's remains. He described the process of having to confirm it was his child. No parent should ever have to do that. Timothy Harrington was arrested again. This time, he was charged with capital charges and tampering with evidence, and bond denied. Tim's family had been paying for private attorney Kevin Horan throughout the first trial. After the body was found, they stopped. Tim was assigned a public defender. The tampering with evidence charge was later dismissed. Mississippi's statute of limitations for that offense was 2 years, and more than 2 years had passed since July 8, 2022. But the capital charge stood. A retrial was scheduled for October 13, 2025. While waiting for the retrial, the Lee family channeled their grief into action. Jimmy Lee Sr. became an advocate for what he called Jay's Law, legislation that would require technology companies like Apple to release account information within 24 to 48 hours in missing persons cases involving individuals under 21. The Lee family argued that Apple's refusal to quickly release Jay's iCloud data gave Timothy Harrington time to destroy evidence and cover his tracks. If the data had been released immediately, they believed, Jay might have
Apple
been
don't
found
play
within
that for real.
days instead of years.
They won't even let you in your own phone.
Okay, they like create a new one. We don't know what to tell you.
Timothy Harrington was scheduled to stand trial
Welcome
again, but
in.
he never
Thank you for
made it to that
watching.
courtroom. As a defendant fighting charges, instead, he stood
Please
before
double
Judge
tap
Kelly
that
Luther
screen.
and entered a
Thank you for your
guilty plea,
support,
not to
guys.
capital charges, to second-degree charges. The plea agreement removed the capital punishment from consideration. In exchange, Tim admitted what everyone already knew. He was responsible for Jay Lee's
He
passing.
admitted, okay.
The next day, December 2nd, 2025, the sentencing hearing took place. The Lee family was given the opportunity to address the court, to address the man who took their son from them. Jimmy Lee Sr. stood and faced Timothy Harrington.
Have a hell to keep you out of, or a heaven. A hell to put you in, or a heaven to keep you out of.
With his wife Stephanie by his side, Jimmy Lee Sr. spoke directly to Timothy Harrington Jr.
Jay trusted you, but his biggest mistake was trusting in your humanity. For we knew if humanity prevailed, people wouldn't do certain things, wouldn't go over a certain line.
Lee was the only person to give an impact statement before Judge J. Kelly Luther accepted the state's sentencing recommendation of 30 years for second-degree murder and 10 years for tampering with evidence. Harrington pleaded guilty Monday, almost a year after a hung jury led to a mistrial the first time, and as jury selection began in his retrial.
I understand that even in your arrogance, as you walked out the courtroom the last time, I yet had to forgive you.
Jay Lee was last seen alive in July of 2022, but his body wasn't found until February of this year in woods in Carroll County, Mississippi, about 20 miles outside of Grenada.
I had to witness my son's skeletal remains. I touched his skull. No father should have to go through that.
Judge Luther acknowledged the national attention Lee's death has captured before Harrington was taken away in handcuffs.
Mississippi gun violence. This case was investigated more thoroughly than any case I've ever dealt with in my 35 years in criminal justice system.
The weight of those words filled the courtroom. Jay's mother, Stephanie, also spoke about the birthday that would never be the same, the phone calls that would never come, the grandson her parents would never meet. Then, Judge Kelly Luther addressed Timothy Harrington directly. Judge Luther sentenced Timothy Harrington Jr. to 40 years in the custody of the Mississippi Department of Corrections. 10 years of that sentence were suspended, leaving 30 years to serve. After his release, he would face an additional 10 years of post-release supervision. 5 years supervised, 5 years unsupervised. Tim was 22 years old when he was arrested. He's now 25. If he serves the full sentence, he'll be 55 years old when he's released. Then, Judge Luther made one final statement.
Thank you so much. I really appreciate you. Not really time consuming. It takes like 3 to 4 hours, so it's not that bad. It's actually one of the quicker styles when it comes to braids, so.
Oxford Police Chief Jeff McCutcheon spoke publicly about the case after sentencing.
A bond. When we met this family, they were so gracious to us, and as you work a case this long, you learn more about Jay than you typically get on other cases. And so I feel like us as a family with the Lees, with law enforcement, just connected in such a way that it became more personal.
Jay Lee's celebration of life was held at Exodus Assembly in Ridgeland, Mississippi. Family and friends gathered to honor the young man who'd impacted so many. Someone who bought baby items for children in need, who never missed his mother's birthday, who showed up when help was needed.
Having my son home, our son home, that's the icing on the cake. That meant the most to us.
Saturday, the loved ones of former University of Mississippi graduate student Jimmy J. Lee gathered at the Exodus Assembly to celebrate his life and legacy. Lee's funeral comes after his remains were found earlier this month in Carroll County. Lee had been missing since July 8, 2022. Timothy Harrington Jr., a graduate of the University of Mississippi, is charged in Lee's death. Harrington stood trial in December, but the judge declared a mistrial after the jury failed to reach a unanimous verdict. Oxford Police Chief Jeff McCutcheon and members of his department paid their respects to the Lee family. Jimmy Lee Sir, Jay Lee's father, says he is grateful for the overwhelming support of police and people in the community.
It's the feel that, helping us. Some people say, how you do it? How you still standing? That's the feel. And we thank you for it.
He says prayer and faith have helped the family through this difficult time.
Once I reach out there, we're looking for, we're looking for justice. And as we go forward, we're gonna, push for that, justice. We're gonna see that to the end.
Harrington is facing a new charge of tampering with evidence and is currently being held without bond at the Lafayette County Detention Center. He is awaiting a February 21st bond hearing. It's still unclear when Harrington will go on trial for a second time.
Jay was laid to rest in a gold casket. The family's choice reflected who Jay was, someone who never dimmed his light. 2 young men, both attracted to men. Jay grew up in a family that loved him as he was. He lived openly. Tim grew up in a family where he couldn't be honest. He lived in hiding. One is gone, one is in prison.
An emotional day for the family of Ole Miss student Jimmy J. Lee, as they say they finally have closure. Timothy Harrington Jr. sentenced today in an Oxford courtroom for the murder of Lee, then handcuffed and taken out to begin serving decades behind bars. Action News 5's Amani Williams was there for it all. Amani, what did the Lee family and law enforcement have to say?
Well, Jimmy J. Lee's dad spoke directly to
Hi,
Timothy
welcome
Harrington
in.
Jr.
Thank you for
before he was
watching.
sentenced. He said he had to identify the remains of his son, and no father should have to do that. Also,
Thank you for your support, guys. Double tap that screen.
bring to the
I
scheduled trial
appreciate
that was
you.
scheduled for this week. They said duct tape was a key piece of evidence.
I think I must have called 100 times. I called Ray on July the 8th. Constantly, I need you to go to my baby's apartment to do a wellness check. He's not answering the call. I knew in my heart.
Tuesday, Jimmy J. Lee's family looked back at the moments in 2022 when J. Lee disappeared. Now, over 3 years later, the journey to justice has come to an end. Timothy Harrington Jr. was sentenced to 40 years after pleading guilty to second-degree murder and tampering with evidence. Before he was sentenced, J. Lee's dad spoke directly to him.
I helped push you in on helping to keep you out. I want your mind.
The 2024 trial ended in an 11-1 vote, causing a mistrial, mainly because J. Lee's body had not been found. But months later, the case took a turn.
But I'll also never forget making that phone call to you on a Saturday night in February to tell you that the Carroll County deputies found J. Lee.
J. Lee's remains were found in Carroll County, wrapped in moving blankets, secured by duct tape. The tape found on the remains was a key piece of evidence. It was sent to the FBI in Quantico to test against tape Harrington bought.
They were able to look at it under a microscope, look at the duct tape layers, and they were able to match it up and see that the free end of the duct tape matched exactly to one of the pieces of duct tape on the wrapped around the remains.
And video surveillance backed up their evidence.
On one of those occasions, he didn't pass by the way to go towards Grenada. The only other way, 19 miles away in Carrollton County, is where J. Lee's body was found. 19 miles away from that house.
Hi, welcome in. Thank you for watching.
Now, the prosecutor said that they were very surprised about the guilty plea that Harrington entered just before the trial was scheduled to start. They said they even reached out to him on Friday and they heard nothing back. They also added that this is the first time they have seen any type of accountability from Harrington. Live in Oxford, Imani Williams, Action News 5.
Well, Jimmy J. Lee's family is now putting the spotlight on a proposed bill aimed at helping find missing children under 21. This bill would force phone, tech, and social media companies to give account information of someone ruled missing to families or investigators.
Hi, welcome in. Thank you for watching.
Lee's father believes if Apple had not denied requests for that information, his son's body would have been found sooner, and Harrington Jr. would have been on the radar of police quicker.
America has too much technology.
Oh, you did it, but only at the root? Is that only where you added the hair? Is that what you're saying?
12-year-old, 18-year-old, 20-year-old is nobody knows where they're at. Nobody has a clue where their last location. With this information, that can be found.
I hope these stories help you recognize
Hey, welcome
warning
in.
signs
Thank you for
and
watching,
encourage you to
guys.
seek help or offer support before it's too late. I'll see you in the next episode of Crime of Passion. Thank you for watching.
Don't forget to subscribe and double tap that screen. I appreciate your support.
We cannot stand for violence.
Yeah, it's all human hair.
For crime, especially crime against women.
And hi, how you doing?
April 24th, 2022, 5 a.m., Racine, Wisconsin.
And the hair is reusable as well, guys. So that's one of the benefits too.
Behind her, a man's
So
voice.
it's a good investment,
Go.
not
She
just a
pauses,
one-time
turns her
thing.
head back for just a second, then walks to her car. Inside that house, her 6 children are
The
asleep.
hair is from
The oldest is 13.
White Wigs.
The youngest, just 2 years old. At 9:30 a.m. that morning, her 13-year-old
And this is
wakes
the
up. His
Burmese
mother is gone.
water
Her car
curling.
is missing, and when he checks her bedroom, he finds blood. He immediately calls 911. Police arrive and discover Brittany Booker in her vehicle, deceased, just blocks from her home. A 30-year-old mother of 6 children who had just graduated from nursing school. Brittany Booker had never been in a relationship with Terry Jackson. She wasn't his ex-girlfriend, and she had no personal connection to him. But in February, she'd helped a friend who was being abused by her boyfriend, Terry Jackson. When Brittany went with her friend to get her belongings, Terry attacked them both with a hammer. Both women ended up in the hospital. 2 months later, Terry came for Brittany again. This time, she didn't survive. But the friend she'd risked her life to help, she's still alive.
Wow,
Where's
what?
that friend now?
Oh,
Before we get
God,
too deep,
dog.
please remember to like,
Dang.
comment, and subscribe if you find value in these discussions.
Oh my goodness. And why he not in jail from the hammer incident?
For substance charges.
I'm
His
assuming
record
her
for
friend didn't
arrests
press
dating back
charges.
to
Yep.
1998.
And her friend convinced her not to.
And assault.
Probably.
He'd cycled in and out of jail between 2002 and 2015. Brittany's friend was
Heck
living
no.
with Terry Jackson. Their relationship was abusive, and Brittany had seen it firsthand. In mid-February, the friend left Terry, and she made a choice. A choice that many abuse victims make. She agreed not to press charges if he moved to Illinois.
Yep.
He agreed, and he left. But on February 20th, she drove to Chicago to pick him up.
To pick him up. Oh,
On the
God.
22nd. On the drive back to Wisconsin that night,
Sweetie,
Terry pulled over
no.
at Gateway Technical College campus. Then he attacked her.
No.
The attack in that car
Right.
went on for
Because
3
he ain't
hours.
changed.
According to the criminal complaint, Terry choked her and threatened her with a box cutter. He told her if she reported him, he would kill her. February 21st, she went to the hospital. Medical staff saw her injuries and contacted the police. She gave them a full statement about what Terry
I'm not
had
sure
done.
what
He
Kate
was
links
not
are.
arrested. Police issued a warrant charging Terry
Are
Jackson
you talking about
with
like
attempted
micro
murder.
links or something?
But by
I don't know.
then, Terry was already gone. 6 days went by. No sign of Terry. Brittany's friend assumed he had gone back to Illinois. On February 27th, she went to her old apartment to get her belongings. She asked Brittany to go with her. Brittany agreed and brought her 2-year-old daughter along. When they got to the apartment, the friend's belongings weren't there. Her stuff was gone. She called Terry asking where her
tips,
stuff
extensions,
was,
okay.
and that call
I
told
don't
him
know.
exactly where they were. Terry came through the back
I
door
think
of
they
the
would probably
apartment,
just do
carrying
that
a
style
hammer.
instead of doing
He went
this if
after
they're
the
going to
friend
add
first.
those
Brittany
extensions or
started
whatever.
screaming for him to stop. She tried to call 911
But
while grabbing a
I
knife
don't
from the
work with
kitchen,
those.
trying to protect her friend and her 2-year-old daughter. Then Terry came for Brittany, yelling, "I'm going to kill you." He attacked her. Brittany fought back, then ran. She made it to a neighbor's house, but no one was home. She kept running until she collapsed outside George Tavern, a bar on Main Street. People inside saw her through the window and called 911.
You want to have
When police
like
arrived, they found
maybe
both
like just
women.
at least
Both
like
were seriously
3
injured and taken
inches
to
of
the
hair
hospital. Police Chief Maurice
to get
Robinson later
these as long
described what
as
happened.
it's long
In
enough to
February of 2022,
braid it
Terry
in.
Jackson attacked 2 women with a hammer. Terry Jackson was charged with 2 counts of attempted intentional homicide. A warrant was issued for his arrest. The manhunt stretched across 5 states: Wisconsin, Illinois, Indiana, Texas, Arizona. Terry Jackson wasn't found.
Now to a man for the
I know. Like, why they gotta come to Arizona? They always run to Arizona.
He is wanted for last Sunday's fatal shooting of 30-year-old Brittany Booker. Now her father talked to our Tony Atkins today, pleading for help to track Jackson down.
Brittany went home from the hospital to her 6 children. On March 5th,
Jackson is
just
out
days
there.
after the attack, Brittany posted on Facebook. She was frustrated and angry. People were spreading rumors about what happened. Some were even defending Terry. She wanted to set the record straight. Brittany wrote that when Terry attacked her, she had her daughter in her arms during the first hits. She said she hadn't done anything to him. She didn't even touch him. She tried to
That
run
would have
and
been my
knocked
last
on
day being
doors
friends with
begging
that
for
girl.
help.
Okay.
She could have been taken from her children that day. She ended up with a concussion, over 20 staples in her head, and a fractured skull with bleeding on her brain. Brittany was angry that people were making excuses for what Terry had done, blaming her and her friend. In her words, once a man picks up a hammer, nothing else matters. He had left them for dead.
3 to 4
But
hours.
defending herself online couldn't protect her from what came next. Her father, Leonard Larry, watched his
We've
daughter
been going
change
now
over
for
those next 2 months. Brittany would sprint
almost
from
2
her
hours.
front door to her
In 10
car,
minutes, it'll be
always
2
looking
hours.
behind her, checking to see if Terry was there.
So, not
She
too bad.
knew he'd promised to kill her, and for 60 days, police couldn't find him anywhere. April 24th, 2022, 2 months after the hammer attack. Around 9:30 a.m., police received a 911 call from Brittany's 13-year-old son. He'd woken up to find his mother missing and blood in her bedroom. Officers arrived and checked the Ring doorbell footage from earlier that morning. It confirmed what they feared.
Dinner
Terry Jackson had
time.
been there. Inside the
We
home,
eating.
officers found blood in
Your
Brittany's
fingers hurt just
bedroom
watching.
and blood bleeding through the house. Police tracked Brittany's phone. It pinged near
Heard
15th and
that.
Park. Officers found it there. Near
That
13th and
mean
Villa,
my
just
fingers are
blocks from
moving
Brittany's
fast,
home,
huh?
they found her car. Brittany was in the driver's seat, deceased. 6 children had lost their mother.
6
Investigators
children.
determined Terry broke into the home. He entered Brittany's bedroom and forced her to leave. GPS data showed they'd driven around Racine for hours before her body was found. Leonard Larry saw the Ring footage of his daughter walking out of her house for the last time. Terry Jackson fled. Police issued a public alert with his photos.
Lord.
The U.S. Marshals took over the manhunt. Crime Stoppers offered a $2,000 reward.
Now to a manhunt for an accused killer in Racine. Have you seen this
God.
man?
That don't even look
Police
like
are
the same
sharing these
man.
new photos today
No,
in their search
don't.
for Terry Jackson. He is wanted for last Sunday's fatal shooting of 30-year-old
You
Brittany
look
Booker.
different.
His father talked to our Tony Atkins today, pleading for help to track Jackson down.
Outside Brittany's house, candles, many of them still lit, as people came to honor a mother taken way too soon from her children. This was Brittany Booker, a mother of 6, a friend, a sister.
Brittany was a loving, wonderful kid, man.
She's also Leonard Larry's daughter. Leonard desperate to find justice.
Man, she didn't die like that.
Police say Brittany was killed last Sunday by this man, 41-year-old Terry Jackson, who's still on the run. On this doorbell camera, her final moments seen reluctantly walking outside her home with Jackson, leaving her kids inside at 5 a.m. At the family's request, we aren't showing the video.
It was like my daughter looked back like saying, help me dad, you know what I mean? And
Hey, Candy. Hey. Your client, she was here, but I think she went out to her car or something.
Leonard says his daughter begged for help before she was killed. She was a friend of Jackson's ex-girlfriend. Jackson is accused of attacking Batwoman with a hammer in February. I went into the backyard of the home with Leonard, who's still cautious because his daughter's killer is still out there.
Listen, we ain't out the woods yet. And like I said, this guy is just pretty much doing what he want to do.
Did you do that? The cell? Okay.
You know, when I bring my daughter killers to justice, Brittany, I promise you, this case is not going to go.
And a message from Brittany's father, very clear as they continue looking for Jackson. If you have any information, you have to contact police or call Crime Stoppers. Reporting in Racine, Tony Atkins, TNJ4 News.
What's his name?
All right, take another look at this.
What was his name?
From our TNJ4 News Facebook
Jackson?
page. Now, Crime Stoppers
Is it Jackson?
offering a $2,000 reward for information.
He's still missing?
To Jackson's
Or they ain't
arrest.
found him yet? Oh, yep.
6 children
Yep,
are
Terry
without a
Jackson.
mother tonight after a brutal
Oh, this is
homicide.
from January.
Right now, police and U.S.
Oh, of this year?
searching
Yeah.
for the
Oh,
woman's
wow.
suspected killer, who police say is armed and dangerous. The chief talked with our Aaron Maven earlier today. He's live in Racine with the story. Aaron?
He was in Chicago.
And when I talked
When
to
they caught him?
earlier
Yeah.
today, he
Oh,
called
okay.
the suspect in this case dangerous and callous. Police believe that Terry Jackson killed a young mother of 6. Her body found in a car Sunday. Her family members tell me that she dedicated her life to her children.
Okay, he went to Texas.
Oh, he did.
Moving back to Chicago.
Oh, okay.
For 6 children to be without their mother. There's a growing memorial for Brittany Booker at 13th and Villa in Racine. It's where police say they found her body in her car Sunday morning. I have no rhyme or reason for why you would kill someone.
3 women helped him
Say their
hide.
suspect in Booker's homicide.
Dang, they got them too?
Chief Maurice Robinson
Yeah.
said police and U.S. Marshals have
Harboring a
searched several
fugitive.
locations in the city looking for Jackson.
Dang it.
We weren't able to locate him, but we were able to locate a
They
vehicle.
gonna learn.
Police say they were
They
already
gonna learn.
searching for Jackson before the homicide. The U.S. Marshals say he attacked Booker and another person.
The cousin and her friend?
Yeah.
Leading to arrest
Oh,
warrant.
and then the other girl he was in a relationship with.
Oh, okay.
Police are tight-lipped about how the two were connected and what happened the day Booker died.
He was able to make his way into her home, and we won't discuss what happened subsequent to that, but at some point, she left the home, and we were able to locate her in a vehicle.
While police search for their suspect, Booker's loved ones are searching for answers and hoping the person accused of killing this mother of 6 is soon found.
This man is dangerous. He's callous. He has no regard for human life.
Authorities say as this manhunt continues, they continue to look for him, and if you see him, do not approach him. Right now, Crime Stoppers is offering a $2,000 reward. If you give them a call, you can remain anonymous. We're live in Racine tonight. Aaron Maven, Fox 6 News.
All right, Aaron, thank you. For nearly a month, there was no sign of him, but investigators did make arrests. 3 women who'd allegedly helped Terry evade police.
3 women.
Diamond M. Hood, 24. Alicia Sykes, 30. Carmelita Walker, 34. All 3 women were arrested and charged with harboring and aiding a felon, which carries up
They
to
look like the
10
type
years
that
in
are
prison.
harbor
Court documents
fugitive.
detailed
The
their
girl that was dating him said that she knew he had hit somebody with a hammer.
Wow.
killed over the weekend.
If he hits
The alleged shooter,
2
Terry
other
Jackson,
Mhm.
what makes you as a woman say, oh, I trust him, I want him to be around?
Exactly. And I know he running from a case. What can he do for you? He can't work. Is he only going to be on the run for so long? You're going to find him at some point.
Prosecutors say Brittany Booker is one of the 2 women
Mhm.
Terry Jackson beat with
That's just like, remember those guys who had escaped that jail, and there was one that was still out, and then his girlfriend called the police on him because she was mad at him, and then thought she was gonna claim the reward money. She got locked up too. They said harboring a fugitive. You knew he was a fugitive.
He lasted a really long time.
He did, yeah, and he only got locked up because he got into it with his girlfriend, and she was mad. Called the police.
And what didn't make sense to me is why would you stay in the same state?
No, he had went to Georgia, didn't he?
Oh, I'm not sure. I thought they found him in Louisiana.
No, I think he was in Georgia, in Atlanta. But that's not far, right? From New Orleans, I don't think so.
The next day over.
Mhm.
Jackson returned to the scene shortly after being dropped off in Texas. Officers say Sykes, Walker, and Hood let Jackson stay in their homes. Court documents say Hood and Jackson had a relationship, and Hood admitted to law enforcement she knew Jackson assaulted Booker with a hammer. Hood also told officials she let Jackson use her SUV and stay at her home. Court documents say Jackson used Hood's SUV in the alleged hammer attack and murder of Booker.
Now again, Jackson is still on the run, and police
Oh.
say if you know where he is, if you know anything about
But this
what
is
he might
I
be,
think that's
you're asked to call
that news article.
At that time, yeah.
But this one's from.
So they already had the girls, though, huh? Before they had him.
Well, he used her car, so that traced back to him.
Oh, okay.
Just days after the February hammer attack. Terry was already wanted for attempted murder.
Yeah, I don't know if he used like some skin bleach or whatever, but then he looked
She
significantly
knowing
different.
He does.
She let him use her SUV and stay in her home. According to court
He like popped the
documents,
balloon.
Terry used Hood's SUV.
Yes, the old ones. Like the original ones,
Yeah.
you know.
Not all the spin-offs.
I don't like the spin-offs, and I don't like that Netflix one. I felt like that was too, like, it seemed staged to me. I didn't like it.
The community gathered for
I
a
forgot they
vigil.
did that.
Yeah, I don't think it really did that well.
Brittany was laid to rest.
Because it just seemed scripted at that point, you know?
And it's her idea, so just let her have it.
Yeah.
Stood before the congregation one more time to honor his daughter.
It's a tough one. Tough. Now, one day I missed you. That's what happened.
Oh, thank you. You said it's difficult? No, it's not difficult. It's actually one of the easier styles that I do.
Brittany Booker's dad is overcome with emotion. He says losing his daughter is a pain he's never felt.
What can I say? I lost my kid.
The 30-year-old mom of 6 was found dead in Racine on Sunday. Police say she had multiple injuries, including a gunshot wound to the head. Do you feel like police failed you?
They did something. They did something. They don't feel like they did something.
Leonard Larry says Racine police didn't offer his daughter any protection or assistance, and that's why this crowd is here.
They didn't let her get a restraining order or nothing.
Oh.
Where's her friend at? I didn't see her in one interview.
Right. Which was her friend's man, right?
Yeah.
Family and friends at a vigil with Brittany
Where's she at?
wrapping their arms around each other with tears in their eyes.
It's just sad, man. It's sad, for real.
They release balloons, but will hold on to Brittany. She's touched everybody in her own way forever. She was one of a kind.
No.
Terry Jackson had been on the run since February. For 2 months, police couldn't find him. He was still out there. May 22nd, 2022. Nearly a month after Brittany's murder, U.S. Marshals arrested Terry Jackson in Chicago. Police Chief Maurice Robinson told reporters that during questioning, Terry Jackson offered a confession. Terry was charged with 23 felonies, including first-degree intentional homicide for Brittany Booker's murder. His bond was set at $10 million. Terry pleaded not guilty to all charges.
Not guilty.
He pleaded not guilty?
Yeah.
Oh, heck no. Like how?
After about a month on the run, one of Wisconsin's most wanted is now behind bars. And that is our big story tonight at 9. So glad you're with us. The first step towards justice. The U.S. Marshals have arrested the man Racine police say shot and killed the mother of 6 last month. That was the man. He was arrested this morning in Chicago. Sam Kramer joining us live in Racine. And Sam, you spoke with the victim's father, who's relieved tonight, right?
Yeah, hi there, Mary. Brittany Booker's father says it was the
When they
best
do
day
find
of
people
his
and they
life.
like
His family
take them
and this
back to
community know
wherever,
nothing will
they don't
bring
let them
back.
like they
And he says
make them
having
have
her
on the
accused killer in
what you
custody
call it?
is a good place
Let's say
to
the
start.
jail uniform.
Oh, like they have on their regular clothes? Is that what you're saying?
No, they have the oranges. I can't think of the word right now. Anyway.
The jail stuff?
Yeah.
Okay. You said they don't or they do?
No, they do.
Yeah.
They bring them to the airport like that, and there's usually like 4 of them surrounding them and stuff. All of a sudden, they're like, what did you do?
Right. I guess that's cool that they actually fly them instead of driving them.
On American Airlines at that.
Yeah. In that case, they probably drove him, from Racine to Chicago. That's not far.
No.
That's like 2 hours.
But I think if like
if it was far away.
Yeah, like when I was working at the airport, they would always like come. They don't go through normal security.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So if it's far, they fly in.
Oh, dang. You was working for American Airlines?
No, I did TSA.
Oh, TSA. Okay. Oh, you like it?
I did, but it's no work-life balance. But
Yeah.
benefits. And, not right now, of course. You're not getting paid.
Yeah.
That's fun.
Yeah.
You get to see all like interesting things that people bring in their suitcases.
Yeah.
Like people will go hunting and bring the meat back, like raw.
Oh my goodness. And they allowed to do that or no?
Yes, but there's like a process that the supervisors have to do. Because it's like, people bring tamales, soup.
Oh yeah.
There's all types of stuff.
I bet barbecue.
Yeah, barbecue,
Cakes. Food from New Orleans, probably seafood. That's probably stinking.
Thanksgiving, I worked Thanksgiving Day and like after. So much
Police
food.
Department.
So
Yeah.
much food.
See if Kramer.
I can't have my cranberry sauce. No,
If convicted of first-degree intentional homicide,
Heck
he faces life
no.
in prison
or like
without
people
the
be like, oh, I
possibility
didn't
of
know I had a
parole.
knife in my
Brittany's
purse.
children have been
Okay.
raised by her father, Leonard
I
Lindy,
forgot I had
and her
that.
grandmother.
That was
At
from the
Brittany's
turkey.
vigil, Leonard
From
promised to
carving
be
the
his
turkey. I
heirs
swear I
and
wasn't gonna stab
protect
nobody.
Like most crazy thing, this man had
Weeks
like
after
a crack
Brittany's
pipe in
murder,
his
the
sock.
community gathered on Mother's Day to honor her
Oh
memory.
God.
Terry
And he was
Jackson
like,
remains
my
in custody
partner,
on
he was like, oh, did you, do you have
$10 million
something in
trial.
your sock? And he's like,
Diane
no,
Bennett,
it's
Alicia
nothing in there,
Sykes,
something
and
in there.
Carmelita
So
Walker
he
are facing
like
up to
patted his
10
foot down
years
and lo and
each
behold.
for helping him
And I
avoid
felt so bad for
police.
his wife.
Brittany Booker.
Oh, she was there too.
Yeah, because
a mother
if
of
you
6
lie, like if you,
and nursing school graduate,
if you
and
if we
loyal
ask and
friend.
you admit to it,
She walked out of her
depending on what
home
it is,
on
like
April
they'll just take it
24th,
from you and like whatever, it's
Let you
fine.
go?
But if
Okay.
you lie about it, then that's when the police have to come and stuff.
To her
Oh
family,
shoot.
The police show up at the airport, everybody's looking. So everybody was looking at him and his wife, and she was like crying. She was so embarrassed. I guess
Oh, I
he
know
was
she
so
was.
everything.
I know she was.
Brittany Booker.
Embarrassed.
I hope these
Dang.
stories help
A
you
crack
recognize
pipe?
warning signs and
Bro.
encourage you to seek help or offer support before
No
it's
way.
too late. I'll see you
and
in the
then
next
especially
episode
like
of
what if
Black
she didn't
Passion.
know that he was
Thank you for
smoking, you know? Did he go to jail?
No.
Oh, okay.
I actually don't know what they did with him. I would have mind.
Mm-hmm.
So many crazy things. And there was this girl, I don't know what she was on, but she was just acting crazy.
Yeah.
And then she attacked like four officers
Mm-hmm.
over apple juice.
Over apple juice. Over apple juice is crazy.
Because I like to people watch. So it's like if you like to people watch, it's like the perfect job.
Oh yeah. You said they're not getting paid right now? They on strike?
No, there's another government shutdown.
Oh.
Just after 4
Dang.
a.m., a driveway
And one of my friends used to work there. I think last time he said that they went without pay for
She's been shot
maybe
multiple
a
times.
month or something
Her
like
3-year-old
that.
is hiding under a car.
So like a lot
Her
of
baby
people
is
like got
crying,
part-time
and the
jobs.
man who just fired those shots is
I don't. I'm not working
visible,
and not getting
surrendering to
paid.
police as they arrive.
Yeah.
The victim is 26.
So do they get that back pay or what?
Homeowner and a college
But I
student.
mean, most people live paycheck to paycheck.
Exactly.
Especially like if you have kids and you have rent and whatnot.
Mm-hmm. Yep. No.
I ended up leaving. I went to Carolina.
Oh, okay. Do you like it there?
Yeah, I like it. It's really good.
I got my car from there.
Oh, is it good?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yep. It's been over a year and a half.
Okay, good.
Yep. It was so much fun too, that vending machine experience.
Oh, okay. That's how you did it. Okay.
Mm-hmm. At Arrowhead. I was so excited.
I'm glad. I'm like, I get. Well, I do. Like, if you wanted to sell your car, that's what I do.
Oh, okay.
But occasionally, I'll get calls from people. They're like, oh, something's wrong with my car.
And 30 days before this happened, he walked out of prison. So how is he free to
I
do
think
this?
the fact that I got a Tesla, so
Oh, yeah.
I don't, you can't really hide nothing with no Tesla. If something wrong with it, it's gonna pop up on the dash. Like,
No, they buy a crazy amount of Teslas.
yeah, I noticed that. They keep emailing me too, want to buy my car.
I mean, because tax season is about to come up, so they've been like doing things about it. Like, I guess everybody's gonna be either selling their cars or buying cars and stuff. So
Mm-hmm.
see what they do for
3-year-old
Yeah.
Kamani and 8-month-old Kamani.
Do it be good? Like, how much they give you for it? Like, or it just be like the worth?
Kind of. It kind of just depends. So like here, I feel like a Tesla would sell really well. It's a popular car in Arizona, but like it all just depends on like the mileage and like if you owe on it X, Y, and Z.
Yeah, I owe a lot.
I feel like it is pretty fair. When I get bored, I like to like I'll go on the website and find a car, like see how much they paid for it, see like what it's listed for, and it's pretty fair. I will say.
Oh, okay.
She's a lot of room by just walking and get a beautiful smile.
I've seen people get like $100 cars.
Oh, $100 over?
Well, that's usually if they have like a salvage title.
Oh
So
yeah, yeah.
Shot 5 times by Carmine Yarborough at a home that two shared
You
on
guys are only giving me $100 for my
Police
car.
say
You're
Barnes
making
was
me
found in the
spend
driveway
money.
of a
It
Ford
wasn't funny.
Responsible
But
homicide.
it
But
was.
it was, yeah. He's like, why are you only giving me $100?
She responded, she was like,
Oh, well,
Mom, Dad.
Well, sir, you wouldn't get nothing nowhere else. So
Oh, I always tell like people like that, like it's usually like 2007 like Jeeps or like things like that. I'm like maybe sell it locally, like maybe on like Facebook Marketplace or like the auction, something like
yeah,
that.
to people who don't care about a salvage title.
Somebody else's daughter.
Cause what Carvana gonna do with that?
Could have just let her leave. Other than taking her life. And Scott says she wants Yarborough to have to remain behind bars.
What do you think about that? That Nancy Guthrie lady, the one who was missing.
Oh yeah, they still haven't found her, right?
She worked at a customer
But they got
service
somebody in
center.
custody.
Yeah.
She was studying physical therapy at Calhoun Community
I don't know. I
College.
think it's weird.
And
I
she
think the
sold
family
hair
got
on the
something to
side
do
for
with
extra
it.
money.
Because it
She
doesn't
was
make sense.
working,
Why
going to school,
No.
and raising 2 kids.
Yeah.
She's not like
And in
she's not like a
2022,
politician
at
or
25,
anything
she
like
bought
that.
Why they want
Knotless.
5
On
million
Mother's Day
in
2022,
Bitcoin?
she
Like,
posted this
who
photo
asked for
on Facebook.
Bitcoin?
Her and
And it's
Kyron
not
in
like
the
it's like in
house.
Phoenix.
The
It's
caption
in
said,
isn't it like
"When they try
Tucson
to
or
count
something
you
like that?
out
Or
Yeah,
and make them
Phoenix?
proud to
Tucson.
win,
Yep.
we beat the odds." From the outside, things looked like they were
And then she
working
had
out.
just left
But
dinner
the
with the
men working
family,
right next
so
to her
that
in
was
that
another
photo had
thing.
history that would soon catch up.
Oh, someone
Kyron
said the
Yarborough
family
was
has already
12
been
years old.
cleared.
He was 6
Okay.
years
Okay,
younger
well
than
that's good.
Alexis. His social
Well, then
media
who else
showed
would
I
have
no
don't
motive?
know.
signs of
I
who
don't
he
know who else
was.
would have
He just
motive.
got
Maybe
there,
somebody who,
strung
I
around,
don't know.
and
It's just
hoping
sad, man. And then
one
she
she
had
would
those
see as a
medicines that
threat.
she
And
needed
as
to
would
take and
show, he
stuff.
actually
Like,
was wrong.
She's in her
March
80s,
30th,
right? Or something like that.
yeah, I think
Kyron was
so.
16 years old. He'd been bullying other
Yeah.
teenagers in the neighborhood. One stood up to
I
him.
don't
Get
like
out.
when people mess
Kyron
with
lost.
the
He
elderly and
left, got a
children. Like,
gun, drove back, got out, and opened fire. 2 teenagers got shot. One was hit in the
someone
stomach
said
and the leg,
son-in-law.
another in the leg.
What
A
happened?
third person
Son-in-law.
had a bullet
Oh, the
come
son-in-law.
so
That's what
close,
someone
it
put
grazed
that in the
his
chat.
heart.
Oh.
3 lived
They
off,
said it
but
is
the
weird though
16-year-old
that poor
lost the
senior
fight.
lady
December
who's stealing old people.
2022,
Right, exactly.
Kyron
Who's
was
stealing old
convicted of
people?
I
first-degree
did see people
assault.
talking
His
Bring her
sentence was
about
home.
how it
36
could be
months
the son-in-law,
suspended,
but
2
I'm like,
years
what motive would
probation.
he have for
That's
it
what you
unless,
get.
they're about to get a
3
divorce? But even
teenagers.
then,
He
the
violated
police
that
say they're
probation
clear.
multiple
They
times.
probably couldn't
Exactly.
find
Eventually, they
anything.
revoked it and sent
Somebody
him to
who
state
trying to
prison. His
get
release date
a
was
lot of
supposed
money,
to be
like $5
May
million, is kind of
2023,
crazy.
but on December 2nd, 2022, District Judge Gray West signed off on mandatory release 5 months
And who,
before his
like,
sentence
if you're
ended.
just transferring $5 million to a
Alexis
Bitcoin
was
account,
dead.
like, that's
Why did the
suspicious.
26-year-old
Yeah, I think
woman
the bank
give
would
her
have to
own
report that
house,
anyway.
career,
Isn't
Thank
it over like
you.
education, and
10,000?
2
Something
kids
like
in a
that.
relationship
Yep.
to the 20-year-old's convicted
10,000.
son?
Anything over that
Alexis
is
and
money
Kyron got
laundering.
together in
You
March
got to prove it.
2021. The relationship moved quickly. By early 2022, they had Kamani together. Kyron moved into Alexis's
Dang,
house.
guys,
His
my
Mother's
phone
Day
is about to
photo looks
die.
like any other couple celebrating,
I
and
don't
he
trust
looked
that
ready
either,
for a
though.
fresh start.
But my phone is gonna die, and I got 5%, guys. Sorry.
But here's what that photo doesn't show. Kyron had shot 3 teenagers just a few years
But I will
before
post
this,
the end
and now
result
he
on
was in Alexis's
a
home
short,
around her kids.
on a YouTube
Miracle
short for
Scott
y'all,
talked about
so you can
something
see how
changed
it
from the
turns out.
outside.
Have you spoken of my sister? So no.
Thank you so much, guys, for supporting my channel. I really
Kyron
appreciate
told
you.
Alexis he loved her.
Got
Maybe for a
340
while,
likes.
things
I
seemed
really
okay.
appreciate
But by
that,
the end of
guys.
2022,
Man,
the relationship had turned.
that makes
It
me
was
so happy,
controlling
y'all.
and
Thanks.
abusive. Her family says Alexis knew
I
she
like
needed to
coming in
get
here and
out.
having a
She was
conversation
making
with you guys
plans,
and seeing what's
quietly,
up.
because
So,
Kyron had
and
already made
I'm
threats
thankful
that if
that you
she
guys want to
left,
watch me
he'd kill
braid.
her and the
Definitely a
children. And after what
God-given
he did at
talent and purpose for
16,
me. So
she
I really
knew he'd
appreciate
follow
you guys.
through. She had 2 daughters to protect, a home, a job she
Thank
wanted to
you.
keep, and a man who'd threatened to kill her and her children if she left. left. She had 30 days.
A capital murder suspect in
Yeah,
Athens has been
if
denied
the
bond in
parts
the case of
ain't
a
right,
deadly shooting on New Year's
it
Day.
ain't gonna come
A
out right.
pretrial hearing was held for Tehran Yarborough this morning. Athens police say they were called to a shooting on Oakdale Ridge Lane early Sunday morning. Officers saying they found 26-year-old Alexis Garth in the driveway.
Thank
She was
you.
taken to the hospital but died from her
Thank you
injuries.
so much.
Yarborough is in the Limestone County Jail. December 31st, 2022, New Year's Eve. That day, Alexis was with her mother, Shunetta. They spent time together like any other New Year's Eve.
Please don't forget
Kyron
to
came by at
subscribe
some
to my
point and took
channel
Alexis
so I
home.
can see you
Later
guys in
that
the
day,
next
the family went to
video.
Buc-ee's. Miracle realized
And
she left her
if you
keys
haven't
in
liked the
Alexis's
video
car,
yet, please
so
go ahead and
Alexis
like
met her at
it
the
before I have
store,
to
gave her
end
the keys,
it.
and left. Miracle had no idea that was
Really
the last
appreciate you
time she'd see
guys
her
for your
sister.
support.
What happened next? Her family
We've been here
had
the
put a piece
last
together. Her mother, Shunetta, later
5
went on
days
Facebook
going
Live and
live,
told
so
people
it's
what
been
happened.
great. It's
After
been
Alexis
great.
got back, there was an argument and things escalated.
It's been the
Alexis
best
called her
time
sister.
ever.
She was crying. In the background, Miracle could hear Kyron, and he had a gun. Then Alexis called her mother. Shunetta described what she heard on that call.
We're talking about don't know the story. I'm gonna get it to you. She called back and she laid the phone down. I'm gonna tell you what he said on my son. He said you want to put my daughter in. She said, Cat, she just a baby. Why would you hurt her? He said, I'm gonna kill her, I'm gonna kill you, even myself.
Shunetta called 911 immediately. She told them her daughter was in danger and that Kyron had a gun. Then she got in her car and started driving toward the house. Officers were dispatched to Oakdale Ridge Lane immediately.
I gotta go to the
When
dentist
police arrived at the
tomorrow.
scene around 4 a.m., Kyron was
I
in
hope
the
I get my
driveway with a
braces off.
gun. Alexis was there, and both daughters
But
were
I feel
there.
like they
As
tell you in
officers
advance
picked
if you're
them
getting
up,
them off.
Kyron fired. Alexis was shot 5 times. Investigators later figured out from those shots that Alexis had turned her body, putting herself between the gun and her children. 3-year-old Alani crawled and stayed quiet under a car in the driveway, and because her mother shielded her, she survived. After the shots, Kyron put the weapon down, got on the ground, and surrendered. Officers found Alani under the car and found 8-month-old Kamani. Both children were physically unharmed, but Alexis was in critical condition. She was rushed to Huntsville Hospital, but she didn't make it. Alexis Garth was pronounced dead shortly after arrival. When Shunetta arrived at her daughter's house, police were everywhere. Kyron was on the ground, and Alexis was on the ground. At first, Shunetta thought they were both being detained while police investigated. She thought her daughter was okay. Then she heard an officer ask for a medic bag. She started screaming for her 3-year-old granddaughter. At that moment, she understood. Her daughter was dying. Shunetta would later go on Facebook Live to tell people what happened that morning.
Kyron walked through my door. He came in just as quiet and humble. Didn't show a sign of aggression.
Thank you guys for watching. I'll see you next time in the next video. Have a good day. God bless you. In a minute.